They'll lead it off tonight with their center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Batting second, left fielder Jordan Beck. And hitting third baseman Ryan McMahon. Batting cleanup for Colorado, designated hitter Hunter Goodman. Hitting fifth, first baseman Michael Tolia. Batting sixth, it's the right fielder Mickey Moniak. Hitting seventh, catcher Jacob Stallings. Batting eighth, shortstop Alan Trejo. Batting ninth, it's the second baseman Adiel Amador. And then on the mound, it is the right-hander Ryan Feltner. He is 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA through 5 starts. So again, for the Rockies, it's Doyle, Beck, McMahon, Goodman, Tolia, Moniak, Stallings, Trejo, and Amador with Feltner on the mound. Well, you know who's in there. When we come back, they'll be on the field. Braves and Rockies, Game 1, coming up on the Braves Radio Network.
Hey, small business owners, it's Matt Chernoff here to tell you about First Liberty Building and Loan and the Frost family. Are you looking to buy a business or franchise, build a new building, any dream that you have for your business? First Liberty can help. When the big banks say no, they say yes. So if you need $750,000 or more in financing, then you need to contact First Liberty Building and Loan at firstlibertyga.com. Fill out a simple form, and you'll know in minutes if you're a fit. Again, find all the info online at firstlibertyga.com. That's firstlibertyga.com.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones. 13 Heroes is a premium, award-winning line of spirits with the purest and smoothest liquid on the market. Please help turn tragedy into legacy by picking up a bottle of 13 Heroes at your local bottle shop or visit 13heroes.com. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey Braves fans, SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... the official ticket marketplace of...
That ball was crushed.
And...
Did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Braves!
If you're a working electrician, you've got two options. Work for a contractor and have no power or leverage. Or work with us and have your choice of jobs with multiple contractors, protection on the job, benefits for retirement, and people that have your back. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. If the second option sounds better to you, come join us. Visit IBEW613.org and click Join Us.
There's only one thing better than baseball on the radio, being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour of Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Lineup cards have been exchanged here at the ballpark. Braves and the Rockies about to tangle and roll around Coors Field for 9 innings. First game of this series. Want to remind you to cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks, use code BRAVES, and get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Braves coming out of the third base dugout tonight, wearing the traveling grays, gray tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals, outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. Meanwhile, the Rockies wearing their purple uniform tops tonight, white pants, black lettering, black numerals, outlined in white, and Colorado arching across the chest of their purple uniforms. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at TireDiscounters.com/Braves. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes tonight, it is Corey Blazer. Manny Gonzalez is the first base umpire. Alex Tosi is the second base umpire. And the third base umpire and crew chief relief is Ron Culpa. Lights on here at the ballpark, and it was a very pretty day here in Colorado. Breezy and in the 60s, but the temperature has dropped. A storm rolled through here. We didn't get wet, but off to the west of us, there was some rain, and that's really cooled things down. They're saying 60 degrees right now, and it should dip into the 50s and maybe even into the 40s overnight. So this is the Mile High City, so we expect lower temperatures. Folks who are here are certainly bundled up, but it is a very, very sparse crowd. I think I've seen larger crowds buy lift tickets than what's at this baseball game right now. But the Braves usually have a pretty strong contingent here, and that's the case. Not many Rocky fans. Their bunch is 4-23 on the season. They fan out defensively with Michael Tolia at first base. The second baseman is Ariel Amador. Second baseman is Alan Trejo, and the third baseman is Ryan McMahon. In the outfield for Colorado, Jordan Beck in left field, Brenton Doyle in center, Mickey Moniak is the right fielder, Jacob Stallings is the catcher, and on the mound for the Rockies, it's the 28-year-old Ryan Feltner. He's a right-hander from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. On the season, 5 starts for Feltner, 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. Tall and lean, 6'4", 190, and he's coming off a pretty good performance at Kansas City. Went 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, gave up just 3 hits in 7 innings, but got a no decision. And he's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his 5 starts this year. He'll be facing Verdugo, Riley, and Ozuna. Alex Verdugo, fresh off a 4-hit day yesterday, climbs in. Feltner ready, and now for the ball game. The first pitch low and outside, starting at 6:41 Mountain Time. And 8:41 back at home. They're saying 55 degrees here in Denver. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Verdugo, and there's a called strike. A 1-1 count on him. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Ryan Feltner, the right-hander, kicks and fires a 1-1. That'll be fouled back by Verdugo, and a 1-2 count on Alex.
Feltner has faced these Braves 3 times before, and the numbers have been ugly. Last start was his best one. And you mentioned he's got a 3.86 ERA. That doesn't really impress you, but that's by far the best one on this Rockies starting rotation. So the Rockies feel like this is their best of their 5 going right now.
Ball and 2 strikes on Verdugo. Righty deals, and Verdugo sends one foul. Yeah, you think a 3.86 ERA doesn't blow you away, but when you consider that half of his starts are right here, pretty good stuff.
Yeah, and their starting rotation has a collective ERA of 6.4, so that's not ideal. And so yeah, he's been their best thus far.
It's been a while since the Braves have seen Feltner. 1-2 to Verdugo. Check swing, the appeal. The third base umpire, Ron Culpa, says that he didn't go. Braves haven't seen Feltner since 2022. This guy's been in the big leagues for 5 years, all with the Rockies. A 9-25 record in his big league career and an ERA over 5. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Verdugo. And there's a ball low, missed with a fastball. What are the Braves hitters going to see from Feltner?
Yeah, he's got quite the repertoire. 6 pitches, which is, it's a lot of pitches to carry, but the 4-seam changeup slider are his primary pitches. Also features a sweeper, a sinker, and a curve.
3-2 pitch. Verdugo pops one up on the infield. Third baseman Ryan McMahon going to watch this go into the seats, and that becomes a souvenir.
The fastball sits right in the low to mid-90s. He'll bump up to 96 once in a while. And looking at his stuff, the changeup is really a strange pitch movement. It barely moves at all. It's got like 9 less inches of drop than the average right-handed changeup. So it's a really strange presentation for the hitters.
3-2 pitch. And Verdugo sends one foul. And as far as secondary pitches go, he's more changeup than anything else, right?
He is, yeah. That's his primary weapon, especially against these lefties. He's going to throw it a lot to the Braves' left-handed hitters.
No score, top of the first inning. And the 3-2 pitch to Verdugo. He swings and skies one, shallow left field. Alan Trejo, the shortstop, backpedaling, opens up a powder blue glove, makes the catch in left field, and one down to the top of the first inning. That'll bring Austin Riley up to the plate. Braves have won 7 of their last 9 games. That was following a 5-13 start to their season. And again, the Braves took 2 of 3 against the Diamondbacks over the weekend. their third straight series victory. They want to keep that momentum rolling here in Denver. 3 games under 500 entering this series. Austin Riley swings and misses at a first pitch slider. The Braves have multiple hitters that are putting on a clinic against the Rockies this season, or in their careers, I should say. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hard to hit ball out to second. Actually, not quite as hard as I thought it was. Amador up with it, throws over to first base and 2 down. But finishing that thought, the Braves have at least 6 regulars that have a 300 average lifetime versus Colorado pitching. That's regardless of venue. Harris, Verdugo, Murphy, Ozuna, Albies, and Riley all hitting 300 or better in their careers against the Rockies. One of those guys, Ozuna, who's been on base a ton this season, has actually been on base 23 games in a row against the Rockies. And he bats with 2 down in the scoreless top of the first inning. He'll take a first pitch fastball outside, 1-0. Ozuna, 5 homers on the season. 1-0 pitch and a strike. Got a slider over.
Okay, I noticed you said regardless of venue regarding the Rockies pitching. Traditionally haven't been known for their pitching staff. They've been known for their exceptional hitting. It's hard to get a free agent pitcher to come up here and pitch at altitude. It's just a challenge to pitch here.
1-1 pitch. And Ozuna hits one in the air to right field. Mickey Moniak has it sized up. He drifts over to his left, makes the catch, and the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. Underway here in Denver. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, and the Rockies coming up when we come back.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. You all know that my friends at Georgia's Own Credit Union can save you money, but did you know that Georgia's Own offers more than just personal savings and loan products? They also offer
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Hey Braves fans, this is Chris D'Amino reminding you that Braves coverage starts 2 hours before every first pitch during the season on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and of course the Fan app.
No score into the bottom of the first inning. Braves and the Rockies in the first game of a 3-game series. Brenton Doyle climbing in for Colorado. First pitch he sees from Bryce Elder, a called strike. The leather for Atlanta, Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Nick Allen, the shortstop, and Austin Riley at third. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Elder, and a strike on the outside corner. In the Braves outfield, Alex Verdugo mans left field. Michael Harris on patrol in center. Eli White roaming in right. Sean Murphy, the catcher. Bryce Elder, the right-hander out of the University of Texas, on the mound. 0-2 pitch, ground ball out to third, secured by Austin Riley. Sets his feet and fires, and 1 down. That right there will be the reason that Elder is successful, should he be as consistent as he wants to be tonight. We talk about his stuff, sinker, slider, and in any ballpark you want the ball on the ground if you're a sinker guy, but particularly here.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about that thin air and how much farther the ball flies. So yes, as long as he can keep that ball on the ground, he can limit the damage done here tonight.
Jordan back to the plate, takes a called strike. This guy went on a home run binge here recently, didn't he?
He sure did. He hit 5 home runs in 2 days. Now, there was a doubleheader in there, but he was eating.
0-1 to Jordan Beck. And a ball low and outside.
But what you said there about Bryce keeping the ball on the ground, he's painting that sinker on either side of the plate thus far. It's really good late movement. That's going to be a key for him.
1-1, a swing and a miss at a slider.
Yeah, you get Bryce in a groove, you get him feeling good. He's a dangerous pitcher, and that's what we saw the first half of 2023 when he made the All-Star team.
No score, bottom of the first inning. Elder kicks and fires a 1-2 and a fly ball out towards right center field, down for a base hit. Michael Harris backhands and cuts it off. He sends it to second base. Here comes Beck. Here comes the throw, and the throw is off the mark. And it's a one-out double by Jordan Beck. A lot of space to cover in the outfield. Going to be a lot of running around for Verdugo, Harris, and White tonight. That time Jordan Beck finds the gap in right center.
Yeah, it's the first sinker Bryce has gotten to the upper half of the zone, and Beck did not miss his chance at it. And you mentioned, yeah, this is by far the biggest outfield in Major League Baseball. So these outfielders are going to have to get to that ball quickly. That's what discourages the runners from taking the extra base.
Ryan McMahon up to the plate. And McMahon takes a ball high and outside. McMahon was held out of the lineup Sunday. He is 2 for his last 50 with 25 strikeouts in his last 14 games. And hitless in his last 26 at-bats entering this one. There's a ball low. He's got to be thinking it's got to be right around the corner.
That's quite a cold streak there.
Got a 2-0 count here. Elder comes set right at the letters. And the 2-0 to McMahon, lifted towards foul ground into the seats down the left field line. Bryce Elder, 6'2", 220-pound right-hander from Decatur, Texas. He's 25 years old. This is his 5th start of the year and looking for his first win. He's 0-1 with a 5.57 ERA, coming off a good performance against the Cardinals on the 23rd. 2-1 to McMahon. Just missed up and in with a sinker. That last start for Bryce, very impressive stuff. 6 innings, 1 run, scattered 5 hits, got a no decision. 21 innings pitched this season, 23 hits allowed. And the 3-1 pitch, outside ball 4. And the way that things have been going for McMahon, he'll take a free pass all day.
Yeah, you mentioned Bryce's 6th inning outing last time through the rotation. I got a chance to talk to him. He said he changed his sinker grip before that game, and he felt like he had the best movement on his sinker that he has since 2023. So, he's excited about that. He did have a slow start in that game. Something akin to what we're seeing here. He just needs to get that ground ball, get the double play, and get out of here.
Batter is Hunter Goodman, and he swings, and it's a high fly ball to deep left field. Alex Verdugo goes to the wall, and that one is gone. Halfway up the bleachers in left field, Hunter Goodman clocks his 5th homer of the year, and the Rockies suddenly have a 3-0 lead. RBIs 12, 13, and 14 for Hunter Goodman. So 3 batters into the game. Elder has given up 3 times as many runs as he gave up that last start versus St. Louis. Actually 4 batters into the game, but you get the point. It's going ground out, double, walk, homer. Here's Michael Tolia, and there's a called strike. This is Elder's 3rd career start versus the Rockies. 0-1 pitch, high and outside. He's 2-0 in his career versus Colorado, a 3.75 ERA. But that wouldn't make him feel any better right now, trailing 3-0. Here's the 1-1. Tolia swings and misses at a slider. Those 2 starts previously for Bryce versus Colorado, both of them in his 2023 All-Star season. 1-2, a smash out to second, taken off 1 bounce by Ozzie. The momentum of that pushed him into shallow right field, but he's able to set his feet, throw, and get the out, 2 down. So 2 away for Mickey Moniak, former #1 overall pick back in 2016. And with the Phillies, the Angels, now the Rockies. And he'll ground one to the right side. That'll be gloved by Olsen. Underhand feed to Elder, and he wins the race to the bag for out number 3. But Hunter Goodman says hello. A 3-run home run for the Rockies' designated hitter. We go to the top of the second inning. 3-0 Colorado.
The Braves Kids Club.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
You took your time easing into the season, Taurus, and you're finally seeing the positive results from what felt like a...
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves in an early hole, trailing 3-0 into the top of the second. As Matt Olson climbs in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Braves here in the top of the second, starting with Matt Olson. And he takes a fastball low and inside from Ryan Feltner. Olson, Albies, and Murphy for the Braves here in the top of the second. Facing the right-hander out of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, Ryan Feltner. Former 4th-round pick of the Rockies in 2018. That was out of Ohio State. He had a really terrifying moment on the field a couple of years ago, Feltner did. Taking a line drive off of his head. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. And Matt clubs one up the middle. That'll find a hole under the diving Alan Trejo, their shortstop, and a base hit into center field. And Olson aboard, first base runner of the game for the Braves. Yeah, finishing that story a couple of years ago, Ryan Feltner took a line drive off the head on a ball hit by Nick Castellanos, and it fractured his skull. Can't even imagine how terrifying that was. So just to bounce back healthy is one thing, and be back out on the field, that's another level of grand accomplishment for Feltner. Olson down at first. Ozzie Albies takes the ball inside.
It's funny you say that, Ben. When I did pitch, I never felt like I was close to the batter because I'd been standing that distance, my whole life. But you go stand at third base during batting practice, and I'm terrified.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a different vantage point. But yeah, certainly big danger.
1-0, and that was tipped on a check swing into the mid of Jacob Stallings. Ozzie disagrees, and he argues his case with Corey Blazer, home plate umpire. Ozzie just shakes his head and reluctantly climbs back in with a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Up and in. Yeah, your whole life you're that distance, so you're kind of desensitized to the danger.
Yeah, and, it's 30 feet closer than the closest the third baseman will be standing in most games. So, yeah, it's just you get used to it. I've had a few friends get hit, but happy Feltner made it through it. He's back. He's pitching well.
2-1 pitch. Clock deep down the right field line to the corner, and a foul ball just barely outside the line. Boy, that was so close. It's 350 down the line to right field anyway, 347 to left. He hits that at home. That's a good chance it's in the chop house.
Mm-hmm.
That was right outside the chalk.
I think of a conversation I had a few days ago with Matt Olson. He was talking about how the balls down the lines here don't hook nearly as much when they're batted as they do at sea level. And that one did look kind of straight. You know, that's the only thing that made it close to being fair.
2-2 to Ozzie. And he'll hit one out to the shortstop, Trejo. Steps on the bag for one, throws over to first base for, no, not in time. Ozzie beats it out, fielder's choice. Looks like they're about to turn a 6-3 double play. The Rockies believe that they did. But first base umpire Manny Gonzalez says safe.
That was the most polite, most polite safe call I've ever seen in the major leagues. It looked like he was sitting in a coach seat on the airplane and had to call safe.
He didn't take up much room. Yeah, this will not be challenged. Ozzie in there. Unassisted put out at second base by their shortstop. And a runner at first, one down for Sean Murphy. 3-0 Rockies, top of the second. Murphy takes a sinker low. Well, Ozzie down there at first base. And all season long in the second inning, if the Braves steal a base, you'll have a chance to win at least $50 in free Marathon gas cards when you enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Be great if we went ahead and got that contest going already. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Now pick off over to first base. But hopefully that contest goes live for you listeners here in the next few days. All and no strikes on Sean Murphy. Rockies got a 3-run homer from Hunter Goodman in the first inning. There goes Ozzie. Pitches a ball. Throw down to second base. Bouncing the throw now Stallings. That's not in time. Amador there to keep it from going into center field. He's their second baseman. But Ozzie with the swipe of second. And that's his fourth steal in as many tries this year. Two to Murphy and a strike. Well located slider. 2 balls and a strike on Sean. Yesterday it was Drake Baldwin behind the plate, so Murphy got the day off. Had a pretty good series down in Arizona. 2-1 pitch, not his best swing, fooled by a fastball and a 3/4 swing and a 2-2 count. Right-hander Feldner out of the stretch, looking into his catcher Jacob Stallings. Ready with his 2-2. Pitch on the way to Murphy. A reach and a miss and a sweeper for strike 3. And that's his first strikeout of the game.
Yeah, it's a nice breaking ball there from Feltner. It's a good slider down and away. That's been his best off-speed pitch here today. We talked about his changeup is pretty good, but he uses that almost exclusively against lefties. So righty's seeing a lot of sliders, and that was a very nicely located one.
2 down, runner at second. Now Michael Harris climbs in, a guy who has big numbers versus the Rockies in his career. First pitch changeup in for a called strike. In Michael Harris's career, he's batting .403 against Rocky pitchers. 27 for 67 with 8 extra base hits. And the base hit here should drive it a run. 0-1 missed inside with a fastball, and Michael had to jackknife his hips out of the way. $3-0 Rockies, top of the second. No breeze at the moment here at the ballpark. Temperature at 59 degrees. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. Down that third base line behind the Braves dugout and on down the line. Lots of red and navy. Lots of Braves fans here tonight, as we typically see when we come out to Denver. 2-1 to Harris, a swing and a miss and a changeup. And a good pitch for him.
Yeah, corrections corner, I had that wrong. It has 9 inches less average horizontal movement. So what it's doing to the hitters is they're seeing it, it's not fading away from them from a left-handed batter. It's just dropping straight down.
Harris awaits the 2-2, and the pitch on the way from Feltner bounced up there. And with a changeup again.
talked about in the pregame show that the altitude here affects the pitches. The pitches least affected are that slider, a changeup, and a sinker. Now, he's throwing a lot of four-seamers, but you can still get away with it with good location.
Count is run full on the payoff pitch. In the air, out towards center field, coming in Doyle, and he'll slow and make the catch chest high for out number 3. Well, the Braves got a base hit. Also a stolen base, but nothing to show for their efforts. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Do you know the following baseball slang? Today's phrase is golden sombrero. Do you know what it means? Golden sombrero.
Clear HD on the Fan app, now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Into the bottom of the second. It's a 3-0 lead for the Rockies. 7, 8, 9 coming up in their order. First pitch from Bryce Elders in for a called strike on Jacob Stallings. Rockies setting up Stallings, Trejo, and Amador here in the bottom of the second. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. 0-1 to Stallings. Ground ball to third. Nice scoop by Austin Riley. And he'll send it across the diamond for out number 1. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot, the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Buy you some. This is the second stop on our 2-city road trip. Finished up the series in Phoenix yesterday afternoon. And flew to Denver. Just over an hour flight from Phoenix to Denver. And as the crow flies, about 590 miles from Chase Field to Coors Field. Lost an hour going from the Pacific time zone to the Mountain time zone. Alan Trejo takes a ball outside. Tell you what, though, I think that kind of lightens the impact of getting back home in a few days rather than going just from 3 hours back to Eastern time.
Yeah, that's one of those little challenges of the MLB schedule.
There's a 1-0 pitch. That'll miss outside.
I was actually reading about the Rockies travel today. They're the only team in this time zone, in Mountain time zone. So they were saying that every time they have to go west, they come back and they lose an hour.
There's the 2-0 to Trejo, and that's in for a called strike.
But yeah, knocking 1 hour off of that biological clock difference is nice. Coming here, stopping on the way home.
Got an off day when we get home and see the Dodgers. 2-1 on a ground ball routinely hit out to short. On the other end is Nick Allen. He's got it, sending it to first base for the out. 2 down. This is a Rocky team that has been exactly that. It's been a rocky start to their season. To have 3 runs up on the board this early is certainly a sight for sore eyes for them. They've scored 2 earned runs or fewer 14 times in 23 games. Here's Amador, and that'll be swung on and fouled off. They've allowed 6 runs or more 16 times. And entering this series, a run differential of -69, by far the worst in the big leagues. And opponents this season have been batting .293 against their pitchers. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's in for a strike.
Yeah, not much has gone right for these Rockies, ranking 28th or worse out of the 30 MLB teams in all the major, batting, pitching, and fielding categories. So, I said they've always been known for their hitting, but they're not really even doing that this year.
And the early 3-0 lead. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Amador. That'll miss outside. They're in the first inning with one down and the bases empty. It went double by Beck, walk to McMahon, and a homer by Goodman. And they lead 3-0 in the bottom of the second. 1-2 from Elder. That'll miss outside. 2-2.
Yeah, that home run by Goodman was the classic Coors Field spinning slider right in the middle of the zone. And Bryce has had much better slider location this inning.
2-2 pitch. Little flare out towards short. Nick Allen's got it in the shallow grass of center. And that ends the bottom of the second inning. Rockies go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the third inning. 3-0 Colorado. Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Health.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy-efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low-maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only, save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Apo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Rockies from Coors Field here in Denver, alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Braves here in the top of the third. White, Allen, and Verdugo versus the right-hander Ryan Feltner. The Braves trying to get back into this thing, trailing 3-0. Eli White takes the ball low and outside. Eli batting .273, getting lots of playing time lately, and it has been well deserved. 1-0 to Eli White. Ground ball down the left field line past Ryan McMahon. That rolls all the way down the line almost to the corner. Eli's in there at second base standing. Once he got it by McMahon, you knew it'd be extra bases for the speedy Eli White. And he continues to just rip the cover off baseballs.
Yeah, one of the things that really stands out for me on Eli is that as soon as he hits the ball, he's already thinking double. He's not seeing where the ball goes, seeing where the left fielder is. He's taking off out of that box, boogieing, trying to get an extra base wherever he can.
Good start here on the top of the third. Here's Nick Allen. Nick with some production yesterday, RBI single and a run score. There's a called strike. Folks, Xfinity knows that live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate, and that's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. 0-1 to Allen. Check swing on a sweeper. They appeal. And Manny Gonzalez with another polite, safe sign down the first base line. You like that, don't you?
Anything that stands out, it's just funny to me. It's like he's doing it in a phone booth.
1-1 to Allen. And he swings and misses at a high fastball. It's like he's trying to make the safe signal while he's wearing a straitjacket.
Yeah. I just hope we have better umpiring this series than we had down there in Arizona. We had some questionable calls there.
1-2 to Allen. Ground ball out to second. That'll advance White over to third base. And a nice job by Nick Allen. He grounds out 4-3 as Amador throws over to Tolia. And one down with a runner at third, and back to the top of the order to Alex Verdugo. Alex popped out to short back in the first inning. And he has put up big numbers in his career against the Rockies. In fact, 27 career games versus Colorado. He's batting .400. I'll take a first pitch strike. How about this? 30 for 75 in his career versus the Rockies, with 7 homers and 14 RBIs in 27 games.
Wow, with power too, huh?
Yeah. 0-1 pitch, and Verdugo takes a ball high and outside.
He hasn't gone deep as a Brave, but done everything else there is to do. He's spraying line drives all over the field.
I'd say he's about due for his first Brave home.
Yeah, great time for it.
1-1 to Verdugo, low and inside. Good knockdown by Jacob Stallings. (3-0) Rockies on the 3-run homer by Hunter Goodman. Verdugo was on base 5 times yesterday. Drove in 2 runs, 4 hits and a walk. 2-1, swung on and fouled off. Got a piece of the catcher Jacob Stallings and a 2-2 count. Inning has gone double, followed by a ground out, so a runner at third base, 1 out. Verdugo casually standing in the left-hand batter's box. 2-2 pitch, knocked down by Stallings on a changeup in the dirt. You think the biggest challenge for these Braves hitters is just the recognition of the changeup?
Yeah, I do. I mean, Feltner, this is a tough place to pitch, but these home guys actually have an advantage pitching here at knowing how to navigate it, and that changeup is pretty good. We mentioned the unusual profile of it, too, so these hitters have to adjust.
3-2, ground ball left side, base hit into left field. That one had eyes, bouncing in between McMahon and Trejo. That drives in Eli White. RBI single by Alex Verdugo. And it's a 3-1 game in the top of the third.
A really good approach there by Verdugo. Fouled off a really good four-seamer in on his hands earlier in the bat. That was a four-seamer up and away, and he just played pepper with the left side and snuck it through for an RBI.
That was a great job. Shortstop Trejo was shaded to his left, almost directly behind second base. And Verdugo able to bounce one through there. Here's Riley. First pitch swinging, ground ball weakly out to third and foul. Well, that approach that we just saw from Verdugo, it's what we saw yesterday in Arizona.
Mm-hmm. You know, he waited on the free agency market this offseason and waited for a home. Finally, the Braves picked him up, and he didn't light the world on fire in AAA, but he's an established major league hitter with a really good pedigree and a lot of hits in his resume.
0-1, hot shot right side, base hit by Riley. Verdugo hits the bag at second. He keeps the wheels turning, heading for third. Throw is cut off at second base out of the outfield. And the single by Riley puts him in the corners. Just one down now as Marcell Ozuna will climb in. Three solid knocks for the Braves here in the third inning.
And what stands out to me is that, this is a home run paradise, right? And so a lot of guys will come here and swing for the fences, lift and separate, right? Try to hit it over the wall. And these Braves aren't doing that here early today. Being patient, taking what Feltner gives them, and just advancing the line.
Riley at first, Verdugo at third. Ozuna in the box facing Feltner. Braves trailing 3-1. Ozuna over one with a flyout. First pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Stallings. That was low and in. And he's able to keep it from going to the backstop. And Stallings going to run out there and have a visit with Feltner. Probably talk more about that changeup because he's been bouncing a lot more here lately than he was in the first inning.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the first changeup he's thrown to a right-handed batter. But, when you start to see these singles fly around the field, you think, oh, man, I got to do better. And then you look in the batter's box and you see the big bear staring back at you. The hand gets a little tighter. You try to be a little better. It's a tough situation to be in.
telling you about how many Braves batters have put up big-time numbers in their careers versus the Rockies. And now Ozuna has reached base 23 games in a row versus Colorado. He wants a lot more than that right here. He wants an RBI. 1-0 pitch misses high, laid off a tough slider. A 3-1 Rockies lead. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Pitch to Ozuna. Lowered away with a sweeper. Ozuna leads the team with 26 walks this year. He could be looking at number 27 right in the eye. That'd load him up for Matt Olson. 3-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss at a slider. He was geared up. Couldn't make contact. Still a very favorable count for Marcell Ozuna. Adjusts the helmet. Steadies his bat. Right-hander Feltner brings a 3-1 and a fly ball to right field. Mickey Moniak going back. Moniak to the warning track, makes the catch. Plenty deep. That'll bring in Verdugo. Sac fly to deep right field. And it is now a 3-2 game. RBI number 12 for Marcell Ozuna.
Right off the bat, I thought that was just going to be a mid-level fly, mid-depth fly ball. I wasn't sure if it was going to be deep enough to score Verdugo, but the ball just carried all the way to the track. And we talked about this altitude. You can expect 10 to 15% more distance at this field. And that ball carried all the way out there to the warning track.
Yeah, that one alone would make you a believer in that figure, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Matt Olson swings and misses at a slider.
Like a 400-foot drive at sea level, you're going to get about 420, 425 feet out of it here. So that's a pretty big difference.
Runner at first, 2 down, a 3-2 game. Matt Olson hits one to deep center field. Brenton Doyle in his tracks is under it and makes the catch out in center. That's out number 3, but the Braves pick up 2 big runs. RBIs for Marcell Ozuna and Alex Verdugo. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-2 Rockies.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Can't get enough baseball? Start streaming MLB Network today. Get up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device, plus 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive.
Starting at 10 o'clock every weekday until 2, right here on The Fan, your home of the Braves and the Fan app.
Well, the Braves got a little bit closer at the top of the 3rd, trailing by 1 run into the bottom of the inning. At the top of the order coming up with the Rockies. They've got a 3-2 lead. First pitch fouled back by Brenton Doyle. 0-1 on Doyle, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. 0-1 pitch, a little miss low. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you. Coors Field. There's ball low and outside. 2-1. Breeze picks up a little bit. Sun shining down the left field line. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Check swing. And he did go as they appealed down to Manny Gonzalez at first. And a 2-2 count on Brenton Doyle. Bryce Elder brings his 2-2 pitch to Doyle. Oh, it looked like a good pitch. Check swing, didn't go. Good slider. And a 3-2 count. Count runs full. Payoff pitch. That time he got one by him. A slider swung on, missed. Might have made contact, but tipped it right into the glove of Sean Murphy. That's the first strikeout of the game for Bryce Elder.
Yeah, that was a backup slider. The slider broke so little that Doyle swung under it. Sometimes that'll happen here. The ball is a little bit harder to grip here at the altitude. At altitude, the dries out a little bit. Your hands get really dry, so sometimes you don't spin them properly.
Jordan Beck, the batter. He shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. Beck doubled back in the first inning, and he was aboard for the Hunter Goodman 3-run homer. 1 to Beck. That'll miss outside. See how things go over the next couple of days. But in the stands right now, this looks like more of a home game for the Braves than it does the Rockies. A lot of Braves fans here for this one. 1-1 to Beck. And that's high and off the glove of Sean Murphy, rolling to the backstop. No harm.
Yeah, a lot of good seats left here.
That's for sure.
Probably get them pretty cheap right about now if you're in the area.
You could walk right in and go sit right behind one of the dugouts if you wanted to. Here's the 2-1. Ripped in the air to left field, but in line with Verdugo, and he misplayed it. It's off his glove and goes to the wall. Heading to second base, Jordan Beck, and he goes in standing there. Well, that was hit right on a line, and Verdugo was coming in at the last second. He realized he needed to stop, maybe even go back a bit. Throws up the glove, and he made contact with it with his glove, but couldn't squeeze it. And that'll be ruled an error to Alex Verdugo. Just a missed catch.
Yep. Hit off right just the side of his glove. I don't know if he lost it in one of the advertising banners or just deceived him on how hard it was hit.
All he can do is just walk around out there shaking his head. Here's Ryan McMahon, and McMahon takes the ball outside. 3-2 Rockies, bottom of the third. Runner at second, 1 out. McMahon walked in the first inning. 1-0 pitch. Low and outside. Verdugo keeps looking down at his glove as if to say, how could you let me down like that? That wasn't me, that was you. He has a red, white, and green glove, and it let him down. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Good pitch, swung on, missed. Perfectly placed fastball.
Yeah, Bryce got to get back in the zone here. This is a hitter that loves to strike out, leading the league in strikeouts, 40 of them already. Tied with his teammate, Tolia. So you need to get your out here.
Elder's about to deliver a 2-1, then wheels around, looking back the runner back to second base. Three runs, 2 hits for the Rockies, 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Braves. This will be Elder's 43rd pitch on the 2-1. Missed high with a fastball. Time called by McMahon. He'll climb back in. He's batting third in this game in their lineup. Just trying to find any kind of success at the plate. But a favorable count for him. 3-1 will miss low, and there's ball 4. So 2 walks in the game now for McMahon. And for the second time of the game, Hunter Goodman comes to the plate with 2 men aboard. Hunter Goodman, the reason that the Rockies have the lead right now. He belted a 3-run home run in the first inning, his 5th of the year. 25-year-old designated hitter. First pitch in for a called strike. Got a good sinker over. 1 from Elder. Missed outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, for Goodman, when he makes contact, he's usually picking up extra bases. 37 of his 76 career hits have been for extra bases. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a strike call. Another good sinker away.
Yeah, seeing a swing, I can understand why. It's a huge leg kick, collision type swing. Think of like Javi Baez with the Cubs. You know, it's every ounce of force he has, he's getting into that bat.
The 1-2. A little nubber fouled on the first baseline. Blowing by Ronnie Gideon, their first base coach. Warren Schaefer, their third base coach on the other side of the diamond. Jordan Beck is at second. Ryan McMahon is at first. A 3-2 Rockies lead in the 3rd inning. Elder sure could use a ground ball right here. 1-2 pitch. A lunge and a miss and a slider for strike 3. Well, that was so perfectly executed because the pitches that set up the slider were so perfectly executed.
Yeah, Bryce has been fighting that slider a little bit thus far. That's the walk to McMahon and the ball that Goodman hit out last time. You know, that really stick out to me. But he started that at bat with a beautiful sinker down and away, and that set up those 2 late, really good sliders for the strikeout.
Well, he's got to find a way to get Michael Toglia, left-handed hitter, 0 for 1 with a ground out. Toglia sends one down the right field line foul. That bangs into the sidewall. Toglia, switch hitter, batting left. This inning has gone strikeout, 2 base error, walk, and another strikeout. Bryce Elder at 50 pitches. And his 0-1 to Toglia. A little bit low with a slider. Elder looking into his target, Sean Murphy. Murphy dialing up what he wants Bryce to execute. 1-1 and a weak ground ball to second base. Ozzie on the other end. He's got it. Throws it over to first base, and well done by Bryce Elder navigating through traffic there. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We advance to the top of the 4th inning. Rockies 3, Braves 2.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free. Strikes him out.
Rockies 3, Braves 2 into the top of the 4th inning. Wind picks up, blowing in from right center. Blowing right into our booth and moving all our papers and such around.
Must be a cattle farm out there or something, based on that smell.
I thought it was J-Chat. Pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Ozzie takes the ball outside. Coming to you from the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. State capital of Colorado and 19th most populous city in the United States. 1-0 pitch, pop back our way. And is going to miss our booth by about 30 feet. whizzing in front of us. Denver, originally a mining town, incorporated in 1861, and at first was known as Denver City. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It'll be lifted in the air down the left field line towards foul territory. McMahon to the sidewall, basket catch. That's a really impressive play. Just on the other side of the tarp, knew exactly where he was, made a basket catch, and then did not hurt himself going into the sidewall. 1 down.
We just came from Chase Field, which has a really generous amount of foul ground. Same thing here. There's a lot of similarities between these two fields we've played at the last two series, but a lot of foul ground out there. Ball hangs up in the air for a long time, gives these fielders time to get under it.
1 down for Sean Murphy. Front door sweeper in for a strike. I was hoping that breeze that's all of a sudden kicked up would push that into the seats. It didn't blow quite hard enough. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Murphy. Murphy is able to smoke one through the left side in between McMahon and Trejo. That's his first base hit of the game. Braves have a base runner, 1 down for Michael Harris. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Five hits for the Braves. Rockies have just 2 hits, but they've made them count. A double and a 3-run homer. Runner at first, 1 down for Michael Harris, who flied out to center. And he'll tap one to the right side, gloving the second baseman Amador, wheels and throws, and they cut down the lead runner at second base, Murphy. Fielder's choice for Harris, and a 4-6 put out at second base of Murphy. So a runner at first, 2 down. And here comes one of the hottest hitters in the lineup of the Braves, Eli White. Batting 8th, and he's been hitting towards the bottom of the order. But he's been swinging a magic wand for about the last week. He's doubled in this game, takes a called strike here, 0-1. And double by Eli. Boosted his average up to 294. 10 for 34 this year with 4 doubles, 2 homers. Pick off over to first, and back in with a dive, Michael Harris.
And looking at the fielders now, the third baseman McMahon is now playing on the line. You think back to Eli's big hits recently, the home run at home, the home run off the foul pole in Arizona, the home run, the double in Arizona, all down that left field line.
There goes Harris. 0-1 is a ball. Throw down to second base. Head first slide. Michael's in there. He steals second base versus Jacob Stallings. Harris's 6th steal in 7 tries this season.
Yeah, that's the 18th stolen base Stallings has allowed this season. Right up there near the leaderboard. The lead in the league. So maybe we're going to see these Braves running a lot this series here.
Now base hit, contriving a run. Runner at second, 2 down. Eli White softly taps one up the third base line. Stallings has it, picks it up, fires to first base. Not in time. Infield base hit by Eli White. It's another knock for Eli. That time just a swinging bunt on the grass down the third base line. But he has got some wheels. And the Rockies now want to look at this. That'll put him at first and third, 2 down.
Yeah, beautiful swinging bunt right there. Again, we've been raving about Eli's play here. I just love the way he plays. He's got those wheels, one of the fastest players in the league. I believe he's in the top 10 in terms of sprint speed. So, yeah, that's going to be a tough play for Stallings.
So now the bat in the hands of Nick Allen. He grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning. He can find a hole, collect a base hit, and then tie the game. Runners at first and third, 2 down. Nick Allen softly taps one up the first base line. Feltner's got it. He has no play. Tie game. And now Feltner is walking almost like he hurt himself getting there. Slow walk. But back-to-back infield base hits for the Braves. One from Eli White. This one from Nick Allen. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play. And it's a 3-3 game.
Yeah, as you said, good things happen when you put the ball in play. And it helps if you're fast, too, like Eli White and Nick Allen are. The Braves manufacture another run. Stolen base, a little swinging bunt single, and about the softest RBI single I've ever seen.
Those last two hits, like they hit him with a wet newspaper. Well, they work. And now they're going to come out and visit with Feltner. Darryl Scott is their pitching coach. Feltner seems to be all right, but once he bent over to pick up that baseball halfway down the first base line and didn't make a play, he was kind of gingerly walking back to the mound. Maybe his feelings were just hurt. Mine would be. He looked to go to the plate, but Stallings wasn't there to field in case he wanted to go that way. So here's Verdugo. And Alex takes a ball outside. Verdugo committed an error in the third inning, but there's two pieces of good news with that. The Rockies didn't score that inning, and now he's got a chance to make up for it with a base hit right here. 1-0 pitch. Inside with a curveball. Feltner thought it was a strike. Looked like it should have been. And the Rocky dugout is chirping at Corey Blazer, home plate umpire. And now a 2-0 count for Verdugo. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored. 2-0 pitch. That's high ball 3.
Just looking around at this expansive outfield here, it suits Alex Verdugo's hitting style perfectly. You know, a lot of line drives in the inner half of the outfield, a lot of real estate.
3-0 pitch is low ball 4. That'll load him up for Austin Riley. Well, this inning started with a pop out, but then a single by Murphy, a fielder's choice by Harris, who stole second. An infield single by White to put him at the corners. An infield single by Allen to score a run. A walk to Verdugo, and they are loaded for Austin Riley, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Third trip to the plate for Austin. And the first pitch on the way. And a called strike. First pitch slider right down the middle of the plate. Austin steadies his bat, staring down Feltner, who's back in the windup. 0-1 pitch, swung on and sent foul up into the third deck down the right field line. And an 0-2 count on Riley. The Braves have tied the game, but a base hit right here gives them the lead. And if he could find a gap or better, it's going to be a big lead. Already 7 hits in the game for the Braves. The 0-2 to Riley. In the dirt, knocked down by Stallings. He's been working hard back there. Feltner rubs up a brand new baseball. Verdugo, Allen, and White take their leads from first, second, and third. Sacks packed full of Braves. 1-2 on the way to Riley. Swung on and lifted foul. That's all the way up into the third deck again down the right field line. Braves 3, Rockies 3, top of the fourth. 1-2 to Riley. Low and outside with a slider. Count now level, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin patiently waving the bat over the plate. Now tapping it on the right shoulder. 2-2 from Feltner. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase a sweeper away. And that ends the top of the fourth inning as the Braves leave him loaded. But they pick up a run and tie the game. 1 run on 3 hits, 2 of them on the infield. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa. If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call FARA and FARA so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
And a Brave today, and your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Tie game, 3 apiece into the bottom of the 4th inning. Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you. All low and outside of Mickey Moniak. It'll be Moniak, Stallings, and Trejo here in the bottom of the 4th inning. By the way, we had some people tweet about that smell you're talking about. Here's 1-0 pitch all the way to Mickey Moniak. Little miss high. Yeah, John checking in, Julie checking in, and both informing us that that cattle smell is Greeley, Colorado, about an hour north of here. 2-0 pitch, socked in the air to right center field. Humpback liner down for a base hit. Michael Harris gets to it, sends it in. And that'll be a leadoff single for Mickey Moniak. Well, they've got the cattle stockyards there in Greeley, and when the wind is coming out of the north, especially the way that it is tonight, that blows all the way from 50 miles out right in here.
Well, you're vindicated, buddy, because I was blaming you. I thought you had gone full Denver and just neglected to shower here. They got a little different lifestyle out here in the mountains, buddy.
I did shower today.
I'm proud of you.
There's Jacob Stallings. That'll be sent foul on the left field line. The gas from Greeley blowing in strong tonight. 3-3 game here at the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off the best wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. Stallings 0 for 1 with a ground out. 0-1 pitch. Sent foul into the second deck down the first base line.
I should have known that, Ben. I'm a geography guy, and everybody thinks of the mountains when they think of Colorado, but the eastern half of the state, east of Denver, is just pan flat. You know, it's the Great Plains, so there are a lot of cattle stockyards out there.
0-2 from Elder. Low and inside. And to the west of us are the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. They're only about 12 miles away. But yeah, to the east of us, as flat as it can be. Pretty place. 1-2, have a seat. Good sinker. And Stallings goes down looking. Third strikeout for Bryce Elder.
Yeah, I love those mountains, except when we're flying over them. Like last night, we were kind of knuckleballing over those things.
It was a little bit bumpy, wasn't it?
I was holding on tight.
If you were holding on tight, I can't imagine what Jay Chad was doing right behind us. There is not a more nervous flyer in our traveling party than Jonathan. Runner goes, pitches high. Throw down to second base. And he's out. Slid off the bag. Mickey Moniak was in there with a feet first slide, but came off the bag, and Ozzie kept the tag. That's a nice job by number 1.
And Moniak knew it, too. You could see him just so disappointed in himself.
2-4 put out. Very nice play. It'll make that the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank member FDIC. Sinker in for a strike, even the count at 1. Braves 3, Rockies 3, bottom of the 4th. 1-1 from Elder. And the seat's fouled on the right field line. I mean, seriously, have you ever seen anybody more bug-eyed on a flight than Jonathan?
I actually have. My old teammate, Ryan Flaherty. Any kind of turbulence, he would dive into his seat and lay there in the fetal position. He spent the entire travel day looking at the weather, talking to people about the weather. Hey, man, have you seen this front over Montana? It's like, no, I haven't.
So he was anticipating.
I'm trying to play a baseball game.
1-2, just missed away with the slider. So several hours before the game, he had anxiety about it.
Yes, yeah, him and old right-handed pitcher Chris Tillman would compare radars and talk about it.
2-2, fly ball way up in the air to left field. Alex Verdugo going back. Alex is at the wall. He leaps. It's off the top of the wall and bounding back into play. Michael Harris comes up with it, sends it all the way to the third base on the fly. And it's a 2-out double by Alan Trejo that just missed being a homer by a matter of inches. How'd that stay in?
Maybe that north wind. Maybe the odor particles hitting it slowed it down a little bit. I don't know.
Bud Black going to come out and chat with crew of umpires. That was right off the top of the wall and left on the top of the yellow stripe and shot back into the field of play. There's nothing on the other side of that wall that would allow it to ricochet off of that and come back. And everything seems to be settled. It is a double. Well, for now, the Braves dodge a bullet, but you got to get one more out. Elder wants a new baseball. I mean, another inch further, that's out of here.
Yeah, that padding lining the top of the wall was new. That probably bounces out. But there's that wood backing behind the padding. That padding is now old and sagging. That bumped it right back in play.
Here's Adiel Amador. Bats ninth in the order. Amador takes the ball high. Amador 0 for 1 with a pop out. 1-0 from Elder. Called strike. Well, it was the bottom of the order for the Braves that came through to tie the game at the top of the inning. Now the bottom of the order for the Rockies, trying to surge back out in front. Amador, a .207 hitter. Switch hitter batting left. Elder wheels around, looking back the runner Trejo to the bag at second. The 1-1 and a pop-up. Shallow left, Riley going back, so is Allen. This is Nick Allen's ball. He staggers to it. That got tricky. But on the other end, it's Allen who squeezes out number 3. And 0 hung up there on the board in the bottom of the 4th by Bryce Elder. We go to the top of the 5th inning.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go.
Braves and Rockies tied at 3 into the top of the 5th inning here at Coors Field in Denver, alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ed Ingram here with you. It'll be Ozuna, Olsen, and Albies for the Braves in the top of the 5th inning. Ozuna's driven in a run, had a sac fly back in the 3rd inning. And he'll take a called strike. By the way, that ball that Trejo hit off the top of the wall and left, that ended up being a double. That would have been a home run in 28 of 30 ballparks across Major League Baseball.
Wow.
0-1 to Ozuna. There's a flare into left field, down for a base hit. Splintered his bat, but like Darren says, that bat died a hero. And a leadoff single.
Well, he really dodged the bullet there, especially on the caught stealing by Moniak.
Yeah.
Slid off the base. That would have been a 2-run swing of momentum there.
Matt Olson will come to the plate. The other ballpark that would not have been a home run in, Angel Stadium. Matt Olson takes the ball inside. Went 393 feet. Came off the bat at 103 miles an hour. And it says Coors Field and Angel Stadium. The only two places that would not have been a homer. It's a good thing we're playing here tonight. 1-0 pitch. And Olson hits one a mile high down the right field line. That is going to hook, foul, and out of play. Boy, that took forever to come down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
3-3 game, top of the 5th inning. Runner at first, no one out. 1-1 to Olson. Check swing, the appeal. Didn't go, says Ron Kolpa. Angel Savihi is warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Savihi is a right-hander. 2 balls and a strike on Olson. Feltner at 78 pitches. 2-1 to Olson. Softly tapped up the first base line. That's a foul ball. By the way, Bryce Elder hung a 0 up on the board at the bottom of the 4th inning. That means tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by and get half off their Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. Braves are down 3-0 at the end of the first. Scored twice in the 3rd, once in the 4th. Well, they've tied it. Looking to take the lead here. The 2-2. Olson a reach and a miss and a curveball for strike 3. 3rd strikeout by Feltner and 1 down in the 5th inning.
Ben, I might need to run myself through the car wash to get the smell out of my clothes. That is a steady north wind, buddy.
That's getting to you, huh? You never smelled that playing here before? Maybe because we're elevated.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Up here in the press box. As the Albies with a pop-up, shallow left center, going out now. Trejo, he can't get there, and that's down. In between Trejo, the shortstop, and the left fielder Beck. And in an outfield as big as this one is, you're thinking about gappers, you're thinking about balls going to the wall, but they have to play so deep that sometimes those splash in.
Certainly. This is the biggest outfield in Major League Baseball, 118,000 square feet, which is 9,000 square feet bigger than the average. So, yeah, a lot of real estate to cover out there. That's why this league every year consistently has the highest batting average on balls in play, because there is just so much space out there.
9,000 more than the average?
Yes.
Here's Sean Murphy. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Murphy swings and misses.
And that home run that we were talking about, going out in 28 out of 30 parks. I don't know if it flies that far, in the other 28, 27 parks, so.
True.
It's a interesting formula here.
0-1 to Murphy, in for a strike.
Right, the ball flies far, so we have to make the outfield huge, but then you create the problem of this place produces 106% more triples than the average field. So there's just a lot of interesting things about this environment here.
0-2 to Murphy. That misses low. When the outfield is so big, you almost need a 4th outfielder. That's a lot of space to cover. And when you play here, look, you want to have some greyhounds out there in the outfield. You need your quickest guys out there cover all that space. 1-2 to Murphy. Good eye. Lay it off that sweeper away. Count even 2-2. Three runs, 9 hits for the Braves. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Rockies. 2-2 pitch. Low and in with a curveball. Now the count runs full. Michael Harris swinging a weighted bat in the on-deck circle. Ozuna at second. Albies at first. And 1 out. Braves looking to take their first lead of the game. 3-2 to Murphy. He swings and misses at a slider for strike 3. Good pitch.
Yeah, Feltner's been using those breaking balls well today. You know, he got Riley with a really good sweeper that plays nicely off the more frequently used slider that he just got Murphy on there, but he's got a nice assortment of breaking balls.
Braves 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Here's Michael Harris looking to knock one in. First pitch to Michael, over for a strike. Use the slider. Yeah, he's been heavy on the slider and the curveball this inning. Early on, fastball change. And of course, he still has those tricks up his sleeve. He's trying to find a way to get through this jam. Been a lot of traffic versus Feltner. A 1 pitch fouled back, and the Braves down to their final strike here in the 5th inning. Harris reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning, stole a base, and scored on a base hit by Nick Allen. Now trying to drive in that run from second base in Ozuna. 0-2 pitch, and he pops one up towards foul ground over the Braves dugout on the third base side. That becomes a souvenir down below. Harris examines his bat, digs back in. Feltner brings his 91st pitch of the game. That'll be pulled foul at the end of the Rocky dugout. Michael with the sleeves on tonight. A lot of the players wearing the sleeves this evening. In fact, if you're here at the game, you'd be able to sit in the stands and look out there to the players on the field and seeing the wind rippling their uniforms. Pant legs and sleeves rippling in the breeze. Right now, the back of Feltner's uniform. 0-2 pitch, bounced up there, knocked down by Stallings. 1-2. Sun has set, but still a little bit of light left in the Colorado sky. A strong breeze coming in from the north out of right center. Michael Harris pinwheels his bat, now stares down Feltner. Trying to break a 3-3 tie right here. 1-2 pitch, fouled off into the seats along the left field line. Harris awaits the 1-2. Feltner cuts it loose, and Michael pops it up. Will the wind push this one out of play? It's heading back our way, and that lands in the seats for a souvenir. Still a 1-2 count on Harris. Another night game tomorrow. That'll be an 8:40 Eastern first pitch tomorrow night. Braves have not announced a starter yet. They probably will after the game. German Marquez will be going for the Rockies, and the finale will be 3:10 Eastern, 1:10 Mountain on Wednesday. 1-2 pitch, and a sizzler up the middle into the gap and continuing to roll. Scoring Ozuna. Here comes Ozzie. Runs out from under his helmet. The throw in hits Michael Harris as he's going into second base. It's a 2 RBI double, and the Braves are on top. 5-3 Atlanta in the 5th. Great at bat by Michael Harris.
He fouled off a lot of tough pitches, and you talked about how he loves to hit here at Coors Field. I believe he's hitting right around 400. Off the Rockies, anywhere they play, cashes in 2 more there. Ozzie almost caught Marcel running around the bases.
Well, how about the throw in hitting Michael Harris in the foot?
Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
They overthrew the cutoff man, and it hit Michael squarely in the Oh, no, it hit the helmet. It hit Ozzy's helmet.
Oh, wow.
And kept it from hitting Harris. Ozzy ran out from under his helmet, which was laying right in front of second base. And as Mike went into second, the helmet is right there on the grass, or on the dirt, rather. And that's where the throw hit. So that'll be it for Feltner. He's sent running for cover. And the Rockies make the Pennington...
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
If your kid thinks, I'm not a math kid, think again. With Mathnasium, every kid can be a math kid. At our learning centers, we customize math instruction for each student, so advanced kids get challenged and struggling kids get better. Visit mathnasium.com to find a location near you.
You took your time easing into the season, Taurus, and you're finally seeing the positive results from what felt like a...
Say to the fan and the fan app.
That's top of the fifth. 2 down. Michael Harris remains on second base after his 2 RBI double to push the score to 5-3. On to relieve Feltner is Angel Chavii. He's a 22-year-old right-hander.
There to greet him, Eli White. First pitch to Eli and a called strike. 5 runs on 10 hits for the Braves, 3 runs on 4 hits for the Rockies. So we're in the top of the 5th. Braves coming alive here in the middle innings. 0-1 to Eli White. That'll miss outside. I just can't get over that throw hitting that helmet right next to Michael Harris as it came into second. Hit the helmet. That thing just shot up right off the ground.
We're not playing pegs here. This isn't wiffle ball in the backyard.
1-1 to White. Low and outside. And the thing is that helmet was not there. The throw would have tagged Harris.
Yeah. He might not have felt it, though, after that 2 RBI double.
Yeah, he's
riding high.
Got the adrenaline pumping. Looking to drive it another run right here. There's the 2-1 to White. No foul one off. I'd love to know the ratio of times Ozzy has scored wearing a helmet. Probably not many.
Pretty low, yeah.
Maybe a bases loaded walk if he's the runner at third.
Yeah.
Because his helmet always flies off. There's the 2-2 pitch from Chavii. Big chopper out towards second, charging Amador. He's got it. Has to get rid of it quickly. He does, and gets Eli White. But the Braves drive in 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning. Both runs coming in on the double by Michael Harris. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-3 Braves.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Anderson windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Anderson offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy 1 window or patio door, get 1 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
And two with Nick Cellini and me, Chris Domino, on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves 5, Rockies 3 into the bottom of the 5th inning. 5 unanswered runs for the Braves after trailing 3-0 early. And Bryce Elder going back to work facing the top of the Rocky order. First pitch to Brenton Doyle in for a called strike. Ben Ingram, Darren O'Day with you for game 1 of this series from Coors Field. Under the lights here in Denver. 0-1 pitch. That'll miss outside. 1-1. Elder at 69 pitches. Here's number 70. And a pop-up, shallow right. Olsen and Albies going out. Eli White coming in. That'll be Eli's ball in very shallow right field. He ran about a quarter mile to get there. And one down here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch by Bryce. He's been using his four-seamer a little bit more here today. And because of the altitude, that four-seamer doesn't rise as much as it normally would. So it's kind of acting like a cutter. And he's using it effectively against lefties, especially on the inner half of the plate. And he just threw one there to the righty Doyle to get a little pop-up. And when you're expecting the ball to sink like Bryce's fastball does most of the time, that's a tough change to make.
Jordan Beck's been on twice, a double and an error. There's the ball low. He's the one who hit that missile to left field that was misplayed by Alex Verdugo. There's a called strike. The double that Beck hit came off his bat at 106 miles an hour. The ball that he hit to left field where the error occurred, 106 miles an hour. There's a called strike. So he's been squaring them up.
Yeah, he has.
Ball and 2 strikes. Time called by Beck. And he steps back in. Elder searching for his 4th strikeout of the game. Low it outside with a slider. The hardest hit ball of the game was the 2 RBI double by Michael Harris at the top of the inning. Came off his bat at 111. 2-2 from Elder. Softly tapped out to short. Allen's got it. Quickly gets rid of it. Man, he gets rid of it quickly. That's in time for the out. I mean, he's got it for a split second, doesn't he?
He is so fun to watch play the infield. And I got to talk to him about it the other day. He takes great pride in it, obviously. That's his calling card, is his defense, but it's very smooth. And I was talking to a friend of mine I coach a baseball team with. I said, hey, if you want to have the kids learn how to field a ground ball, make them watch Nick Allen. It's so pretty.
2 down for Ryan McMahon. And McMahon takes the ball high. He's in the throes of the worst stretch of his career. Been better for him tonight. He's been on base twice with a couple of walks. But he has really been in the wilderness at the plate. There's a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Gave you that number earlier on McMahon. He's 2 for his last 50 and hitless in his last 26 at bats. And he pops one up. Left field, Alex Verdugo coming in to his right. And now he's under it, makes the catch. McMahon 0 for his last 27 and has to be wondering, will it ever end? Well, the 5th inning comes to an end. Rockies go down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 6th.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Top of the 6th inning, Braves 5, Rockies 3. The Braves have scored in the last 3 innings, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. And they have 10 base hits in this game. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Braves here in the top of the 6th. Allen, Verdugo, and Riley. Facing the right-hander, Chavilli. Here's the pitch on the way to Allen. There's a ball low. My partner just put on another layer in between innings. You getting chilly?
I look like the Michelin Man right now. Got so many layers on. J-Chad had to help me put this last one on.
Currently 54 degrees in the ballpark. 1-0 pitch. Hot smash up the middle. Base hit by Allen. It was right back through the box, whizzing past the mound and second base and into center field. Good start here in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. If the Braves go deep this inning, Dellin Ruff from Cleveland, Georgia will win $2,050. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Here comes Alex Verdugo. First pitch to Verdugo will miss low. By the way, my weather app says that it's 52, and with the wind out of the north, it feels like 46.
Feels about right.
Low tonight, 44 here in Denver. There's a 1-0 pitch to Verdugo. Allen on the move. Pitches a strike. Throw down by Stallings. Close play, and they got him. Well, it took a perfect throw as Allen had a pretty good jump, but Stallings put that right on the money.
If it gets any colder, Ben, I might be scooting over closer to you. You're prepared for your Antarctic journey.
I do. I've got the shell on under the coat. You can zip the shell in and out of this coat.
Yeah.
I went shell in. 1-1 to Verdugo, low and inside into the backstop. 2-1. I know you didn't ski during your career.
No.
What about since?
I have not.
Okay.
No.
Never skied.
I did before my career. In college, I snowboarded as well.
2-1 to Verdugo outside.
But I tore my hamstring off the bone twice in the course of pitching, playing baseball, and that's one of the most common ways to do it. To do that injury again is to skiing. So I'm probably done skiing for this lifetime.
That's a shame. Here's a pitch on the way to Verdugo, and a ground ball, 2-hopper out to second. Amador has it. Goes first base, 1 down.
But if you want to go skiing, I'll sit in the lodge and drink Irish coffee.
Yeah, I know you'll do that pretty well.
I'm your guy.
Yeah. 2 down here in the inning. J-Chad can ski a little bit. He grew up skiing.
Yeah, we talked about that today because we flew right over the ski resort Breckenridge yesterday, maybe about 30 miles south of it.
Riley swings and misses. If you think his assortment of quarter zips and polos is impressive, you should see his ski jacket collection. I mean, name the color. He's got it.
Really?
There's the 0-1 pitch. His ball low and inside.
Any full body suits like the Snow Bunnies?
Probably so.
He's nodding his head back there, yes.
5-3 Braves in the top of the 6th. 1-1 to Riley. And there's a punch out to second, taken off one bounce in shallow right by Amador. And he throws over to first for the out. So the Braves send the minimum to the plate at the top of the 6th inning. No winner in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Off to the bottom of the 6th we go. 5-3 Braves.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
You took your time easing into the season, Taurus, and you're finally seeing the positive results from what...
In person, win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour. Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves 5, Rockies 3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hunter Goodman leading it off versus Bryce Elder. The first pitch he sees in for a called strike. Bryce only at 79 pitches. And working here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-1 to Goodman, low and outside. He's had 2 1-2-3 innings. A couple of walks, 3 strikeouts, and all the damage the Rockies have done against him came in the first inning. 1-1 pitch and a grounder fouled on the third base line. Folks, did you know the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? It's made with peppers and vinegar and salt. Perfect balance to make the food that you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. See, that can be your secret when you get cold here in these games in Denver. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. Just take you a shot of Louisiana hot sauce. That'll warm you up.
A little Louisiana hot sauce in the nose, maybe? That'll warm you right up. I was making, in my head, I was laughing at Wiley Ballard, TV sideline reporter, with gloves on earlier.
1-2 pitch, reach and a miss. Good slider by Eldon, 1 down.
But I got my hands stuck in my pockets now. I'm jealous.
Well, he's down there in the conditions. He's exposed to the wind. At least we have a little bit of coverage from the wind.
I don't know about that. It's steady north wind in here. I think my nose has gotten accustomed to the north wind.
There's a 1 down and pitch to Tolia. That'll miss. Wiley's a big skier.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he skis a lot. I mean, he probably had his choice of ski gloves and goggles and whatever else to bring. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way to Tolia. And a flare in the right field down for a base hit. Fastball got in and jammed him, but he was able to fling it right over the infield. 1-out single by Tolia. Brings Mickey Moniak up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single, and he was caught stealing. Braves are trying to hand the Rockies their 7th loss in a row. Braves leading 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th. There's a called strike. Rockies have lost 6 straight now for the 3rd time this season. Their longest skid is 8 games. They bring a 6-game losing streak into this series. 0-1 pitch and a fly ball to deep right field. Eli White over to his left of the warning track. Throws up the glove and he's got it. Oh, man, what a great catch by Eli White. navigating towards the corner in deep right, and at the top of his leap, able to wrap it in leather for the out. He's getting it done on both sides of the field.
It sure is fun to watch him play. I don't think there's another Brave on this roster that makes that catch, except maybe Michael Harris. Went a long way to get that one.
And the ball was still moving in his glove, and as he's coming down back to the ground, opened the glove and had the ball resettle and squeezed it tightly. There's a ball to Jacob Stallings. Man, how much do you love watching Eli White play these days?
Yeah, does a lot of things well.
He's got 2 hits in this game, a run scored, and a great defensive play. There's a fly ball to right, but that'll slice foul and out of play.
And I think that's why the Braves felt comfortable optioning Jared Kelenic today to Gwinnett. You know, Jared's not going to get any better sitting on the bench, not getting any at-bats, but Eli's really taken that hold of that job.
Runner goes 1-1 and a ground ball out to Riley at third. He secures it, sends it across the diamond. There's out number 3. Nice job by Elder and the gloves around him. Eli White, Austin Riley making good plays this inning. We played 6. We go to the top of the 7th. 5-3 Braves.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Guess which baseball player or manager is at the plate?
You know, I want to keep this brief, but, you know, the passion has been on this team like I've never seen before in my 50.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Andersen windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally installed. Energy efficient windows from Wanakee Remodeling and Renewal by Andersen offer elegance, strength, and stability of wood with low maintenance features of vinyl. This month, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off, plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
Field just now, that would lead you to believe that he's going to be finished for the evening. Braves have action in the bullpen. There's Marcell Ozuna, who takes the ball low and outside from Chavy. Pierce Johnson, the former Rocky, is warming up for the Braves. 1-0 pitch and a ball low and inside. Some final scores from around the league. The Mets had their way with the Nationals today. 19-5 was the final score. The Mets now 20-9. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ozuna takes a called strike. It's one of 3 finals. The Twins hammered the Guardians 11-1. And the Orioles were able to edge the Yankees 4-3. 2-1 to Ozuna. In for a called strike. Marlins are in L.A. tonight. Dodgers have an early 1-0 lead. We'll see the Dodgers when we get home. This series here in Colorado, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll have an off day Thursday. And then the Dodgers in town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hope to see you at the ballpark over the course of the next homestand. 2-2 to Ozuna, low and inside. Those scores are delivered to you by Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Three-2 to Ozuna. He swings and tips one foul. I've got a piece of Stallings. He couldn't hold on to it. Ozuna checking in on Jacob Stallings. They got him right in the mask, kind of jarred his jaw.
Ouch.
Got under the mask, didn't it?
Sure did. We're getting beat up tonight. He's probably had 7 or 8 blocks back there.
Trying to stretch out his jaw. Make sure he can still eat solid food tomorrow. 3-2 on Ozuna. Braves leading 5-3 in the 7th. 3-2 from Chevy. And a ground ball out to third. Ryan McMahon has it. And his throw across. A little bit high, but brought down by Michael Tolia. And one out here in the 7th inning. What did you think about Bryce Elder tonight?
I thought he was pretty good. You take away that first inning and really just a couple hits allowed. I thought he was good. This is a challenging place to pitch, but he was really locating his sinker well. Fought his slider a little bit, but once he honed it in, he was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
You mentioned a couple 1, 2, 3 innings.
One out for Matt Olson. Olson takes the ball outside. I'll take 6 innings and 3 runs in any ballpark, especially this one.
Yeah. He's not the sexiest starting pitcher, but you look up at 6 innings, his team's still in the game. Got to be happy with it.
Olson takes the ball low.
That adjustment he made before the St. Louis start, his last time through the rotation, maybe is the difference for him. Gives him that confidence to attack the strike zone more.
2-0 to Olson. Ball low, 3-0.
We saw early in the season Bryce was getting in trouble with too many free passes, right? Too many bases on balls. And the last 2 starts, he's been more in the strike zone, and that's really a calling card for him.
Led to good results. 3-0, misses low, ball 4. One out walk to Matt Olson. He's at first for Ozzie Albies. In between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Albies sees one, scoop to the backstop, and down to second base for Olson on a wild pitch. There was a changeup in the dirt, and Ozzie just stepped back out of the way, and Stallings' long night gets even longer.
Yeah, sure does. Yeah, Chevy's throwing really hard, mid-90s to the upper 90s, when he's also kind of erratic with his 2 off-speed pitches, that changeup and his slider.
One out to Ozzie. And a ground ball to the right side to his left. Second baseman Amador has it from the first cut of the grass and right. Throws to Tolley at first base for the out. Olson advances to third with 2 down.
This would be a big run if you could cash this one in. We are still playing at Coors Field, and anything is possible in this park. This Rockies offense is down bad, but they are major league players.
Sean Murphy, 13 RBIs this season. He's 1 for 3 with a single and 2 strikeouts. And Murphy stings one up the middle and a base hit. There's that big run coming in. Murphy on the first pitch, able to get a fastball 97 and socked it up the middle. He rakes in his 14th RBI, and the Braves have their 6th run of the game and lead 6-3 in the 7th.
There it is. Big insurance run there. Love to see that. He almost killed Chevy. That was a missile up the middle.
Right-hander Jake Bird up and throwing for the Rockies. Here's Michael Harris. Michael takes the ball low and inside. Well, that came off Murphy's bat at 110 miles an hour. First pitch fastball, 97, no problem. Barreled it up the middle. Harris takes the ball outside. It's now a dozen hits for the Braves. They've out-hit the Rockies 12-5 and lead 6-3 after trailing 3-0 early in the game. Here's the 2-0 to Harris. generous call on that strike. That was a low fastball. Corey Blazer felt bad for Shavihi, I guess. Harris has been on twice. Check swing. There's a strike. That was a good fastball. Count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Under the lights here in Denver as night has fallen. And this is game 1 of this 3-game series. The 2-2 pitch. Bounced up there to the backstop. Boy, Shavihi is really working out Stallings. Down to second base for Murphy on a wild pitch. Stallings going to have first dibs on the hot tub after the game.
That was a very wild pitch. Stallings is actually pretty good at blocking, but these last 2, he hasn't even had a chance.
And Stallings a Gold Glove catcher. Here's the 3-2. That'll be fouled off. Stallings is going to get to the clubhouse after the game, take off his uniform, and his body's going to be the same colors as purple and black uniform he's wearing right now. They have dinged him up.
That's a tough position. You get beat up back there, especially when your pitcher thinks he's playing cricket.
Michael Harris going to gingerly climb back into the left-hand batter's box. That foul ball got him in the back foot, right on the toe. Runner at second, 2 down. 3-2 to Harris. And popped up. Shallow left, Trejo out. And now he'll be caught off by Beck, the left fielder, and he's got it in shallow left. Well, the Braves pick up another run. This time on a single by Sean Murphy. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 6-3 Braves.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Upgrade with new windows. Nobody knows windows like Wanakee Remodeling. Their Renewal by Anderson windows are durable, beautiful, custom crafted, made to order, and professionally
After-promo regulated supply. Xfinity Internet required. Extra speeds vary.
I'm Cortland spokespug Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Moving on to the bottom of the 7th here in Denver. Braves leading it 6-3. Bryce Elder's hitting the showers. Pitched great tonight. 6 innings pitched. Just the 3 runs surrendered on the home run in the first. On to relieve him, the former Rocky, Pierce Johnson. Pierce pitched in 43 games for these Rockies in 2023 before he was traded over to the Braves in July.
First batter there to face him, Alan Trejo. There's a called strike.
Pierce was actually their closer that year, for part of the year at least. He had 13 saves in his time with the club.
Oh, one from Pierce Johnson. That was high and outside. Well, you want to talk about a guy who's used to pitching at altitude. He's from Arvada, Colorado. It's not too far away. Went to Faith Christian Academy. There's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Trejo. Check swing, the appeal, yes, sir. That time used the curveball to get the strike 1-2. So pitching in the big leagues at altitude, nothing new for him.
Yeah, and he lives here now as well. So, yeah, he's kind of a native son. He should know how to use that curveball here. It breaks a little less at altitude.
1-2 to Trejo. Low and outside. Now, it's interesting with his curveball because you think about somebody with a loopy curve, and you might think, okay, at altitude, that pitch is not going to have the same effect, but he doesn't have the loopy curveball. It's a hard, forceful curveball. It
is.
There's the 2-2 pitch. A little bit low and outside. That curve at 86.
Yeah, you just don't see curveballs that hard. It's a really good one. And that's why he throws it almost 70% of the time.
Yeah. So at altitude, that his version of the curveball, a lot more effective than that slow, loopy curve. 3-2, have a seat. Fastball 94, painted the outside corner, and Trejo goes back to the first base dugout.
Boy, that's a beautiful, beautiful pitch there. Pierce, we talked about, he throws almost 70% curveballs. Well, these are good hitters. You got to mix it up a little bit, and he steady diet of curveballs there, came back with a full count. Fastball located down and away for the looking punch out.
Adiel Amador climbing in. Switch hitter takes a first pitch strike. Still thinking about those curveballs, and I guess the best contrast, you think about the curveball we saw from Max Fried over the years. That low 70s soap bubble curve that he could throw up there. 0-1 pitch. That'll be bounced foul on the first base line.
I think when Max came here, he always pitched well here, I believe, but he used his slider more than his curveball. You know, Max is like Spencer Schwellenbach, really deep repertoire, 6, sometimes 7 pitches, whatever he wants to do with it.
Think about that curveball that we saw in Toronto from Chris Bassett.
Oh, yeah.
Complete opposite of the one that Pierce Johnson throws. See if he throws one here. 0-2. This time with a fastball.
And because the curveball relies on the spin on the ball for movement, you know, here up here in this less dense air, the ball's just not going to break as much. Sometimes as much as 2.5 to 3 inches less break, which is actually the width of a baseball.
1-2 pitch. A fly ball to deep right field. White and Harris coming together. And that'll be Harris's ball. Makes a two-handed catch in deep right center. 2 outs in the 7th inning.
So this is actually one of the last parks that I ever played in as a player. And before I got here, before we pitched in a game, Rick Kranitz had me throw a bullpen just to see how my stuff was going to play. Because guys that hadn't pitched here before, you just don't know what the ball is going to do until you get out there on the mound.
2 down for Brenton Doyle. Pierce Johnson brings it. There's a ball low. So maybe in another ballpark, nothing against Pierce, but maybe you'd say, okay, let's use somebody else for the situation. Use Pierce later, something like that. Yeah. But given that he's the known commodity in this ballpark, safer bet. Here's the 1-0 to Doyle. That'll be fouled back, 1-1.
I don't know if he loved pitching here in the major leagues. He did have a 6 ERA. And I know he was relieved to be a Brave. I remember talking to him when he got traded over. I knew him a little bit before from his time with the Padres, and he was happy to be in Atlanta.
1-1 to Doyle. And he drives one in the air towards left center field. Harris and Verdugo. This time they communicate, and Verdugo has it. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Job well done by Pierce Johnson with a 1-2-3 frame. We go to the 8th. Still the Braves 6.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Top of the 8th here in the Mile High City. Braves hold on to a 6-3 lead. Looking to add on it here against the right-hander Jake Bird. He's been pretty good thus far this season. Leading the league in strikeouts by relievers with 23. Also has a 1.08 ERA in 16 2/3 innings pitched. So he's a tough customer here.
Facing Eli White. Eli with 2 more big hits tonight, including a double and a run scored. That'll take a called strike. 0-1 on Eli. Folks, did you know that the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? It's like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 0-1 pitch on the way to Eli White. Ground ball out to short. Charging and gloving now as Alan Trejo sends it to first base. And 1 down. That'll bring Nick Allen up to the plate. This day in baseball history. This is a good one in Braves history. This day in 1961. At the age of 40 years old, Braves legend Warren Spahn pitched the second no-hitter of his Hall of Fame career. A no-hitter at 40. Hadn't been done too many times in the game. Pitch on the way to Nick Allen. And there's a called strike. By the way, that no-hitter was against the San Francisco Giants, and they had Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, and Orlando Cepeda all in the lineup.
Wow.
And he pitched a no-hitter. There's the 0-1 pitch. Allen flips one in the air, shallow center field, and that'll splash in for a hit. It's a 3-hit night for Nick Allen. He claps his hands at first base. It's a high five from Tom Goodwin, Braves first base coach.
You got to love what Nick Allen brings to the lineup. Just a pesky at bat. You know, he's just always putting the ball in play, cutting down on strikeouts, doing what the team asked him to do. The one time he got out tonight, he was moving a runner from second to third with no outs. So a lot of things he can do at the bottom of this lineup.
He's at first, 1 down for Alex Verdugo. 6-3 Braves in the 8th. And Verdugo takes the ball inside. "13 base hits for the Braves. And Verdugo takes a strike. Count even 1-1. The season high for hits in a game this season for the Braves is 16. They had 16 in that 10-0 victory over the Marlins on April 4th. That was their first win of the year. It's pretty good baseball since then. 1-1. Backdoor curveball over for a strike. 1-2. Braves also had 15 hits in a 5-4 victory against the Rays on April 12th. Those are the only 2 games ahead of this one in terms of hits by the team. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Verdugo fouls that off. And a 1-2 count on Alex Verdugo. One-two. Outside. 2-2. Braves fans tonight down that third base line have had a lot to cheer about this evening. A lot of chopping and chanting down there. They've seen their team storm back. Braves are once down 3-0, but now lead 6-3. 2-2 pitch. Way inside, and he had to do a yoga pose to get out of the way of that curveball. You can hurt yourself doing that.
Yeah, Bird's got some funk. He's kind of crouches down, and he's a low arm slot slinger. A couple good breaking balls to go along with a mid-90s sinker. Let's see why he's got a lot of strikeouts this season.
Allen over at first base has a big lead. He's been caught stealing once in this game. Pickoff over to first. Close play, and they just barely missed him. I think Tolia thought they had him. He definitely was leaning to go to second base. Three and two on Verdugo. See if Allen takes off here. Pickoff again to first base, and he's in there safely. Two close plays over there at first base. Good pickoff move by Bird.
Yeah, Nick is wanting to go. Both times he shifted his weight towards second base, but been able to get back before the tag was applied.
You'd imagine he's going here. There he goes. 3-2. Swung on, popped up. Shallow center. Sprinting in, Brenton Doyle. Continues to come in. This may fall. That's going to drop in. Well, because Allen was on the move, the middle infielders were heading that way. So the shallow area in the outfield was wide open. And Doyle and Beck ran about a mile just to get close to it. But that landed, what would you say, Darren, about 15 feet back of the infield cutout?
His Coors Field, man. And then we talked about the wind blowing in from center field all night. It just kept pushing that ball in, and from our vantage, we could see, hey, this is going to fall.
You got to find me the hit probability on that one.
Okay.
That's got to be less than 1%.
Yeah, that's usually caught.
I mean, that's an out in Pony League. But Coors Field doing Coors Field things. First pitch to Austin Riley in for a called strike. I mean, that landed 10 feet back of short. Doyle and Beck got to be thinking, we ran all that way for that. 0-1 to Riley. Inside with a sinker. Now an appeal, and they say that he did go. Manny Gonzalez, first base umpire, says that he went.
Wait till you hear this, Ben. The expected batting average on that play, on that ball Verdugo hit, was 10. 0-1-0. 10. And that's probably the only time it falls in.
Yes.
So they couldn't make it 0.
2 to Riley, and he hits one way up in the air towards foul ground. First baseman Tolia by the side wall, and that ball shifts on him and drops, and no play. Well, the wind just twisted that thing around. That was a massive adventure for Tolia. He went diving back to his left, and the wind just making fun of Tolia.
I think the few Rockies fans in attendance have had enough. They're booing the Rockies.
So a second chance for Riley. Runners at first and second, one down. Riley fouls one off. Well, given what we've seen this inning, maybe the strategy needs to change from hitting a line drive. Hit a pop-up. Got a good shot. It's going to fall in. Six runs on 14 hits for the Braves. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Rockies. 0-2 pitch, and he squibs one foul. Just did touch that slider.
Yeah, that 0-10 expected batting average is the lowest in the entire game, and it went for a hit.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you see at Coors Field.
That's right.
0-2, grounded foul to the third baseline. And with Nick Allen going, you might think, okay, well, how come Alan Trejo couldn't shift back from where he was going towards the bag and out towards shallow left to make the catch? He never saw it.
Yeah, he was going to cover.
He was going to cover the bag. So he had no idea where the ball was. 0-2 to Riley, and that's going to be hit hard out to short. Nice play on the ground by Trejo from a knee, throws to second, and they get the fielder's choice. Verdugo cut down at second, and Riley down to first base on the fielder's choice. 2 down in the inning, over to third base for Nick Allen. That's a nice play by Alan Trejo.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. Rockies are missing their Gold Glove shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. But Trejo flashing a little leather right there.
First and third, 2 down for Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna has 1 hit tonight. His first pitch, right down the pike with a sinker for a strike. Ozuna with a single, a run scored, a sac fly, and an RBI. The 1 to Ozuna, the outside, 1-1. Given what we saw in Arizona, the way the ball was flying there off the Braves bats, and knowing what this ballpark can do, kind of surprised you haven't seen a Braves homer yet. Well, they have put together 14 base hits, rally after rally after rally. 1-1 check swing, he did go. Trying to stay back on that slider and make it a 1-2 count. Leading 6-3. Ozuna trying to add on to that lead. Allen at third, Riley at first. So the 1-2 pitch. Good eye, laid off that slider. Didn't offer at it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tonight's attendance, 18,852. Feel like most of those have been Braves fans tonight. 2-2 to Ozuna, and he cuts it loose and missed the sinker for strike 3. And Bird is fired up, walking off the mound, screaming and pumping himself up. Well, his team's down 6-3.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the
Valid on select items only.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey Braves fans, Fane here reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins us inside the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Home half of the 8th, Braves leading the Rockies 6-3. After Pierce Johnson pitches a perfect 7th with 1 strikeout. On to pitch the 8th, right-hander Daysbel Hernandez. Last saw Daysbel Saturday in Arizona. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout, 2 walks.
Going to work versus Beck, and there's a called strike. 97 of that fastball. Really enjoyed watching Daysbel pitch here this season, especially his last handful of outings. 0-1 pitch, blows by a fastball at 98. And I think what we've seen, and we've commented the last year, 2 years about his stuff. He's got really good stuff. Yeah. Fastball's been good. A lot of confidence in his slider. But I think what we've seen this season is just overall confidence and more consistency, more strikes. 0-2 fouled back.
And that's a big thing, you know, with late game relievers. Confidence is huge. And the Braves have asked Daysbel to get a lot of big outs this year. And Each time he succeeds, they're going to ask him more and more. So, yeah, we're seeing him come of age as a late inning guy.
A two-line drive right over Austin Riley, who leaped for it, and it just whizzed over his glove. Verdugo up with it, fires it in from left, and that's just behind the incoming Beck, and he's got his second double of the game. So a leadoff double here in the 8th. And before Ryan McMahon comes to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
So a runner at second, no one out. Braves leading 6-3 and climbing in. A guy that you might not want to see right now. And I'll explain in Ryan McMahon. First pitch on the way to him, fouled back. You might say, well, he's 0 for his last 27. Why wouldn't we want to see him? Well, odds are he's going to snap out of this thing sooner rather than later.
Not today, buddy. 2 for his last 50, 25 punch-outs.
0-1 pitch, high and away.
Get a guy on the mound with punch-out stuff. Probably sniffing one here, trying to keep that runner stranded at second.
McMahon 0 for 1 with 2 walks. 1-1, swung on miss, 1-2, good slider. Yeah, this is the guy you have to zero in on and find a way to get swing and miss stuff against with that runner at second base. On deck, Hunter Goodman. A ball and 2 strikes as Daysville looks into Sean Murphy. Right-hander set, 1-2 to the plate, missed up and in with a heater. Pretty good idea, though. Ryan McMahon steadies the bat. 2-2 pitch, high and outside. Well, the count goes to 3-2.
Just looking up here, Daysville has not pitched here at Coors Field. High ball 4. He got ahead, but then could not locate that fastball up and in where he wanted. So a double and a walk. Third walk to McMahon. And now Hunter Goodman comes to the plate for the 3rd time with men on base. He came to the plate with 2 on in the first inning, hit a 3-run homer. Came to the plate with 2 on in the 3rd inning, struck out. Led off the 6th and struck out. And now he bats with runners at first and second and no one out. And represents the tying run. Yeah, I think when the Braves go back and do a postmortem on this game, the one place they can improve is their bats to McMahon. And we talk about how much he's been struggling, and they've walked him 3 times tonight.
Hunter Goodman. First pitch on the way to him. He swings and sends one foul. Got a fastball 99. Sent it into the upper deck. Outhouse or Castle night for Hunter Goodman with 2 strikeouts and a 3-run homer. Daysville trying to keep him in the outhouse. 0-1 pitch, ground ball at the third base line, foul, nothing in 2. And now he's got to do here what he could not do versus McMahon. Got ahead and couldn't put away McMahon.
He talked about how he's maturing as a reliever. That is one thing that I think he'll get better at, is finishing hitters, striking guys out. He's got great stuff, but he's only got 8 strikeouts and 12 1/3. So you want to see that more up for a guy of his caliber, 14 or 15 in 12 innings.
0-2. And a fly ball, right center field. Eli White coming in. Eli's there. And he's able to foxtrot to that one for out number 1. Big out there for Daysville Hernandez. That'll bring Michael Tolia to the plate. Daysville trying to protect this 3-run lead. Braves leading 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th. No winner tonight. The Yanmar strikeout the side inning. As the 8th inning is the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. But if Daysville Hernandez had struck out the side, Little Grady would have been the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. That's got to be a nickname. That'll be swung on and missed. Nobody's given name as Little, right?
Not Grady Little?
No, this is Little Grady.
All right.
Not to be confused with Grady Little. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar. There's a ball low for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, back longer. No UTV for Little Grady. 1-1 on Michael Tolia. Switch hitter batting left. Pitch on the way. There's a strike. Slider on the outside corner.
I just figured it out. Grady's a rapper with Low Grady.
Little Grady?
Yeah, it's what J Chad should have been LIL, Low Grady.
There's a 1-2. Low it outside. His brother, Young Grady. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Michael Toglia. Offering on the way. Popped up towards foul ground into the seats down the left field line. So if we were going to be rappers, we couldn't be young anything. We'd have to be old whatever.
Middle-aged, Aaron?
Not little either. Pitch on the way. Got him with a slider. Nice pitch.
There it is.
Strikes out Michael Toglia, 2 down.
Yeah, sometimes late in the game, you got to be able to strike out guys who need it. He certainly needed it. And so he went to the back foot slider against the big lefty Toglia.
So 2 down for Mickey Moniak. Braves 6, Rockies 3. Pitch to Moniak. Boy, that's a funny swing. Good slider. 3/4 swing by Moniak, who was completely fooled. Inning started with a double, then a walk, but since then a fly out and a strikeout. There's a ball low, 1-1. Nick Martini is on deck right now for the Rockies. Last name like that, he's immediately J. Chad and Aaron's favorite player. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider again.
4 more outs. Maybe Nick wants to get a drink.
1-2 on Moniak. 1-2 pitch. That'll miss low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves in the 9th will have Olsen, Albies, and Murphy due up. And Daysbel trying to get them there with a 3-run lead. Ready with a 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Check swing. Did he go? No. Ron Kulpa, the third base umpire, had the appeal on his hands, and he said no. I don't know about that one. Braves got robbed on a check swing yesterday. Watching the replay of this one. Okay. I can see where he'd say he didn't go. About as close as you can take it. See if Daysbel goes back to that same pitch here versus Moniak. 3-2, runners go. Line drive out to Olsen, and Matt's got it. Matt stabs the line drive into foul ground. He was crossing over the line and snagged it, and that's out number 3. And the Rockies are denied in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th. Braves 6, Rockies 3.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Most people would rather remove a nest of irate hornets than search for auto and home insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. I think I'll wait inside.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Break out the side inning where the excitement never stops.
There's only one thing better than baseball on the radio, being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour of Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Top of the ninth, Braves leading it 6-3. We have another reliever on for the Rockies. 24-year-old right-hander Juan Mejia, recalled today for the second time this season. He made his major league debut on April 24th when he served as the 27th man of a doubleheader versus Kansas City.
Got a new battery made as well. Here's Matt Olson. Olson takes the ball outside. Hunter Goodman, the DH, who's on the roster as a catcher, is taken over behind the plate. And he's in harness with Mejia. Top of the ninth, Braves on top 6-3. Pitch to Olson, a called strike. Slider at the bottom of the zone. And a fly ball to center field. Brenton Doyle is there. Makes the catch. One down here in the ninth inning. Rockies have used Feldner. He was their starter. Went 4 2/3, giving up 10 hits, 5 runs. Chivy went 2 1/3, giving up a run. Then Bird for a scoreless inning. Now Mejia. And the Braves have used Elder, Johnson, and Hernandez. One down for Ozzie Albies. Swinging it from the left side. Takes a fastball for a strike.
He's a lively arm. 97 on that fastball. Also has a slider. It's two-pitch guy.
There's the 0-1 from Mejia. And a ball low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ozzie open stance in the left-hand batter's box. Base is empty, 1 down. 1-1 pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Wind continues to howl in from right center field. We've seen debris swirling around the ballpark. Napkins and peanut bags and such. 2-1 pitch on the way to Ozzie. Swung on, miss at a fastball. There's been 1 homer in the game. That was in the bottom of the first inning. A 3-run homer by Hunter Goodman. And the Rockies have not scored since. Braves with 6 unanswered since then. There's the 2-2 pitch. Ozzie chased a high fastball, missed every stitch of it. And 2 down after the strikeout.
That was some good action on that heater. Mejia really struggled out of the gate at AAA, but he's been pretty good lately. So that's why he earned his call up here to the major leagues.
Well, the Braves have gone down in order once the entire game. That was all the way back in the first inning. Now 2 up and 2 down. Sean Murphy called strike there. How big was that base hit by Murphy back in the 7th?
Yeah, you gotta love adding on. Sometimes teams get complacent when they do a big comeback, but gotta keep adding.
1 pitch. A little bit low with a slider. That guarantees that Iglesias will pitch with at least a 3-run lead. So he continues to warm up out there in the bullpen, which is beyond the right center field wall. 1-1 pitch fouled off into the second deck down the first base line. It bounces around several empty dark green seats. Finally fetched by a fan who holds the souvenir high over his head. 1-2 on Murphy. This will be Mejia's 12th pitch of the inning. That is 1-2. Outside with a slider. Only 2 other games underway right now around Major League Baseball. Dodgers leading the Marlins 2-0 in the 4th. Nope, this is the only other one. That other one just went final. A's and Rangers. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a called 3rd strike. 97-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner. Murph doesn't like the call. Pretty good pitch by Mejia. So the Braves will carry a 3-run lead to the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Iglesias on when we come back. 6-3 Braves.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
You took your time easing into the season, Taurus, and you're finally seeing the positive results from what felt like a...
City of Hope is advancing cancer care at life-saving speed with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Chris Domino reminding you that Braves coverage starts 2 hours before every first pitch during the season on the radio home, the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and, of course, the Fan app.
Well, we find ourselves in the bottom of the ninth. 24 down, 3 to go. Brian Snitker summons his closer, Raisel Iglesias. Raisel's been struggling a little bit. Let's hope that some of this brisk mountain air gets him right. Through 10 appearances, he has a 6.3 ERA, 4 saves, did earn the win Saturday in that bananas game against the Diamondbacks. 1-inning pitch, 2 hits with an earned run. Looking to ice this one away for the Braves so I can stop shivering.
You and me both. Well, he obviously wants to get the job done and find a way to get a win, but he'd love a clean inning. Hasn't had one in a minute. Martini takes a called strike. Nick Martini pinch hitting to lead things off of the 9th inning. This was the spot originally taken up by Jacob Stallings, but they took him out of the game. 0-1 to Martini, in for a strike 0-2. These last 2 outings for Iglesias, 3 runs in one of them, 1 run in the other. It's been a really bumpy ride. 0-2 pitch and a high fly ball to right. Eli White going to come in, slows under it, 2-handed catch, and 1 down. Let me ask you this about Iglesias. I mean, these last couple of outings, we mentioned he's had some troubles.
Yeah.
I know he works fast. He likes to work fast. It has felt like he's been working even faster.
Yeah, it really has.
And would it do him any good just to slow it down a little bit?
Yeah, I was a more methodical worker, so my answer would be yes.
Here's Alan Trejo, takes the ball inside.
Now, it does apply pressure to the hitters when you're ready to pitch as soon as they step back in the box. But I do wish once in a while he'd think about it a little bit.
1-0 pitch and a fly ball to center. Michael Harris in line with it. He's got it, 2 down.
When it's this chilly, I don't mind him working fast. But I like to process what I've thrown the guy, what he's hit today, what he hits well. I think Iggy is a field pitcher. He's got such dominant stuff that when he's on, he can throw whatever he wants, honestly. So he didn't have to think as much as I did.
His last couple of outings, it's like he was pitching like he was double parked outside the ballpark. Fly ball towards center. Michael Harris sprinting back towards the gap at the wall. It's off the base of the wall in right center field. Around second base now, and holding is Amador. So the number 9 hitter keeps the Rockies alive with a double about the deepest part of the yard. That's right center. It's 415 to straightaway center. Well, that corner in right center is about as deep as it gets.
Yeah, just a mislocation up in the zone with the fastball. That's kind of what's been getting in trouble with fastball top of the zone, and also some sliders that just don't bite.
2 down for Brenton Doyle, and a first pitch strike. Braves 6, Rockies 3. It's 46 degrees here at Coors Field. And Iglesias looking for one more out. 0-1 pitch, nice slider. Swung on, missed, 0-2, and they're down to their final swing.
Mountains are definitely blue right now.
Mountains are very blue. Way ahead, 0-2. Here it comes. Check swing, down he goes. Strike 3. A slider ends the game, and the Braves take game one here in Colorado by a final score of 6-3. The Braves are down 3-0 right out of the chute of this one. But they come back with 6 unanswered runs, and the Braves have now won 8 of their last 10 games and are now just 2 games under 500. For the Rockies in the ninth, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Final score, Braves 6, Rockies 3. Back with the totals after this.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Mega Millions just got an upgrade. With bigger jackpots plus better odds, $5 could win you your wildest dreams. But you'll need bigger dreams. So don't just dream of buying a new house. Dream about a house.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
Mazda? Once you discover the Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid, Mazda. It doesn't take long to get it. With 3 rows, a luxurious interior, and the ability to go all electric, it's flexible enough for nearly any journey. It will have you saying, Mazda. The Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid. It's made to move you.
Every Mazda SUV offers you an elevated driving experience and refined performance. Discover it at Sport Mazda South.
It's time to ask yourself, RV there yet? With unbeatable deals on the RV of your dreams, Lazy Days RV can help you roll into adventure no matter where the road takes you. And with payments as low as $4 a day, your next trip is more affordable than ever. Hitch onto huge savings with travel trailers and fifth wheels built for the long haul. More of a driver than a tower? Hit the gas on big discounts for motorhomes ready to roam today. Stop by or visit us online to turn RV there yet into we're already there. Tampa at Seffner, I-4 exit 10.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
It's time to step up to the plate to see if you can guess which baseball player or manager said the following.
It was a big moment for us. You know, we had to win 3 games. If we knew we had to win 3 games, we were going to have a real chance.
Salty tears of Mets fans who cried because they didn't win. But everyone can win at eating something delicious with the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
When you're looking for leading cardiac treatment, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 5 emergency cardiac care centers, so we're here when you need us most. We lead with more than 55 locations in Georgia. That means we're always in the heart of your neighborhood. We lead with clarity, because clear direction is better when it comes to understanding every step of your treatment. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is coming to Truist Park July 11th through 15th. Find all the details at Braves.com/All-Star Game. Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app, now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Braves a winner tonight, 6-3 over the Rockies. They'll go for the series tomorrow. Braves and the Rockies tomorrow night. Our next broadcast here at Coors Field in Denver. And our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin tomorrow night at 5:25 Eastern with the Ford leadoff show. And then Darren and I have the first pitch tomorrow night at 6:40 Mountain Time. That'll be 8:40 back in Atlanta. So that'll be a 6:40 first pitch. Herman Marquez getting the ball for the Rockies. Right-hander, 0-4 with a 9.30 ERA. And the Braves have not yet announced a starter for tomorrow. So for our guys back in studio, that's Joe Virgin and David Holloway. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick. I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Coors Field in Denver. Final score, Braves 6, Rockies 3. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show right now with Barrett Sallee. Barrett.
Thank you very much, Ben. Good start to the series out there in Denver. Let's get to the Xfinity play of the game, and that came in the 5th inning. Runners on first and second, Michael Harris double into the right center gap. It gave the Braves the lead, and they would hold on to that lead in the 6-3 win. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show, and this is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it.
No matter where you go to find your next adventure, find it in a smart and rugged Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal team. Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike one. Ken gets you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike two. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike three. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. One call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all.
Get ready to fall in love, but this time with my home island of Curacao.
Hi, I'm Ozzy Albies, second baseman from the Atlanta Braves, and Curacao is where my story began. It's where the vibe is full of color and life, where our culture shines with European and Caribbean flair, and where you're bound to find a new adventure or some much-needed time to relax. It's the start of my story, and it could be the next part of yours. Visit Curacao and feel it for yourself.
When life throws you a curveball, whether it's water, fire, or mold damage to your home or business, you need a winning team. You need ServPro. ServPro's licensed, certified, and highly trained team of experts are here to help, offering fast, reliable, professional restoration services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and Braves Country, our teams are committed to performing at a championship level. When disaster strikes, call ServPro and make it like it never even happened.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second. Quick turnaround, it's going to be close. Throws it to first, and he's out. Double play.
A Braves double play is a well-oiled machine, just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll change your oil in about 15 minutes while you stay in your car. The only thing that'll be out here is your old oil. Drive into your neighborhood Atlanta location today. No appointment needed. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is John Michaels. Don't miss Atlanta Braves Today and your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets every weekday morning on The Locker Room during our 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
On one tag deep towards right field. Head to the wall. And it's going to get out of here. 3-run homer by Ozuna. The opposite way.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Yes, it is the Hyundai Postgame Show. Barrett Salee here at Dickey Broadcasting Studios in the Battery Atlanta, just steps away from Truist Park. Braves 6-3 winners over the Rockies. The Braves pound out 14 hits without the help of a home run at Coors Park, which is not normal in a hitter-friendly park like that. Let's get to the highlights. Bottom of the first, after Bryce Elder gives up a double to Jordan Beck and walks Ryan McMahon, Hunter Goodman steps up looking to do some early damage.
Batter is Hunter Goodman, and he swings it. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Alex Verdugo goes to the wall, and that one is gone. Halfway up the bleachers in left field, Hunter Goodman clocks his 5th homer of the year, and the Rockies suddenly have a 3-0 lead.
Same score, top of the third. Eli White on third. Alex Verdugo steps to the plate looking to get one back.
3-2 ground ball left side, base hit into left field. That one had eyes, bouncing in between McMahon and Trejo. That drives in Eli White. RBI single by Alex Verdugo. And it's a 3-1 game in the top of the third.
Stay in the third. Runners at the corners for Marcell Ozuna, and he chips away at the Rockies' lead.
Right-hander Feltner brings a 3-1 and a fly ball to right field. Mickey Moniak going back. Moniak to the warning track, makes the catch. Plenty deep. That'll bring in Verdugo. Sac fly to deep right field. And it is now a 3-2 game. RBI number 12 for Marcell Ozuna.
Same score, top of the fourth. Michael Harris on third. Eli White on first. And Nick Allen at the dish looking to tie it up.
Nick Allen softly taps one up the first baseline. Feltner's got it. He has no play. Tie game. And now Feltner is walking almost like he hurt himself getting there. Slow walk. But back-to-back infield base hits for the Braves. One from Eli White. This one from Nick Allen. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play, and it's a 3-3 game.
Hey, you know what? They are line drives in the scorebook. That is for sure. Same score, bottom of the fifth, runners at first and second. Michael Harris has eyes on the gap and giving the Braves the lead.
1-2 pitch and a sizzler up the middle. Into the gap and continuing to roll. Scoring Ozuna. Here comes Ozzie. Runs out from under his helmet. The throw in hits Michael Harris as he's going into second base. It's a 2 RBI double and the Braves are on top. 5-3 Atlanta in the fifth.
It actually hit Ozzie's helmet, which fell off, shockingly, rounding second base. Still 5-3 in the seventh. Matt Olson on third. Sean Murphy jumps on an Angel Shubihi fastball.
And Murphy stings one up the middle and a base hit. There's that big run coming in. Murphy on the first pitch, able to get a fastball 97 and socked it up the middle. He rakes in his 14th RBI, and the Braves have their 6th run of the game and lead 6-3 in the seventh.
The Rockies had their chance, though. Bottom of the eighth, down 3-2 on. Mickey Moniak at the plate, but Matt Olson ends the threat by flashing a little leather.
3-2, runners go. Line drive out to Olson, and Matt's got it. Matt stabs the line drive into foul ground. He was crossing over the line and snagged it, and that's out number 3. And the Rockies are denied in the bottom of the eighth.
Bottom of the ninth, Raisel Iglesias on the bump, and Brenton Doyle represents the Rockies' final hope.
Way ahead 0-2. Here it comes. Check swing. Down he goes. Strike 3. A slider ends the game, and the Braves take game one here in Colorado by a final score of 6-3. The Braves are down 3-0 right out of the chute in this one. Well, they come back with 6 unanswered runs, and the Braves have now won 8 of their last 10 games and are now just 2 games under 500. For the Rockies in the ninth, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Final score, Braves 6, Rockies 3.
Bryce Elder gets the win. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. His second straight solid start for the Braves. Ryan Feltner gets the loss. He's 0-2. Raisel Iglesias gets the save, his 5th of the season. We'll take a break. Sound from the clubhouse coming up on the other side. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Right now, the Home Depot has spring deals under $20. So no matter what you're working on, the deals are blooming at the Home Depot with savings on plants, flowers, soil, and more. Then light up your outdoor space with Hampton-based string lights. Was $34.97, now only $19.99. And get the grill going with 2 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal. Was $19.98, now only $17.88. Don't miss spring deals under $20 now through May 7th at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, valid on select items only.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
We engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go.
Posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever.
Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay to stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo regular rates apply. Xfinity Internet required. Actual speeds vary.
The DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves, is conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium, along with the numerous restaurants, shopping, and entertainment options. The DoubleTree Suites at the Battery Atlanta provides spacious 2-room guest suites, a full-service restaurant, and 5,500 square feet of flexible event space for your next event. Stop by and pregame in our on-site Game Changer Sports Lounge and Grill, and don't forget to sweeten your stay with our signature DoubleTree chocolate chip cookie. Book your next stay at the DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
Don't miss an incredible lineup of Braves giveaways this season, including bobbleheads, collectibles, and a replica jersey. Visit Braves.com/promos to see them all. Hurry up and get your Braves tickets for the 2025 season. With great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available, there's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is coming to Truist Park July 11th through 15th. Find all the details at braves.com/all-star game. Don't miss an incredible lineup of Braves giveaways this season, including bobbleheads, collectibles, and a replica jersey. Visit braves.com/promos to see them all.
Hey, it's Cellini here. Remember, me and Chris, the baseball man, Domino, come to you starting at 10 o'clock every weekday until 2, right here on The Fan, your home of the Braves and the Fan app.
This is the Hyundai Postgame Show, presented by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now more postgame coverage on the Braves Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Hyundai Postgame Show. Hey, fans, attorney Ken Nugent and pitcher Chris Sale of your Atlanta Braves are teaming up to show appreciation for Georgia's first responders who, with one call that's all, put Georgians first. Ken will award $1,500 to one first responder each month, and Chris will host that first responder and their family before a game. Monthly winners will be announced during the final Braves Clubhouse Report each month right here on the flagship of the Braves Radio Network, 680 The Fan. More details and entry forms can be found at callken.com/first responder. That's callken.com/first responder. To all the first responders out there, thank you for your service. Bryce Elder gave up a 3-run home run in the first inning, but no more runs after that in a stellar 6-inning performance. Here is Bryce Elder after the game.
Did you make any adjustments that specifically other than just not shaking Murphy?
Yeah, I think with the slider, I think I've figured it out. Obviously, people, talk about the ball doesn't move and everything. And I think the biggest deal was the first slider I threw, I tried to throw it, down and away rather than just really making sure it got there. So kind of more location rather than making it move. And so kind of once I made that adjustment, it really kind of helped things. So just trying to get it to the spot rather than trying to make it move so much.
But you could tell there's a difference in your stuff just based on the altitude.
I mean, I don't know if it was in my head just because, everybody always talks about it. But, I mean, it seemed like it a little bit. But it's part of it. Everybody plays in it. We got to get to it.
Defensively, Eli White seems like he makes a great catch every day. What was your emotions as you saw that ball going up and then he makes the play?
Well, one, I thought that's going to be caught. Two, I thought, that's off the wall. And then he went and caught it off the wall. So he's pretty special out there, and he's a good one to have out there.
And then just as far as the big picture on your season, that's back-to-back really solid starts. Do you feel like you have some momentum? What is that going to do for your confidence?
I mean, it's good. I thought even the 3 rough ones I had that were rough on the scoreboard. I think there was a lot of good things in there. And I think more and more as the more innings I get, the more comfortable I get of executing certain pitches and when I need to. So I've been pleased with it, and I look forward to keep going.
That was Braves starting pitcher Bryce Elder. Hey, fans, there's never been a better time to test drive that new Hyundai that you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll take a break. More sound from the clubhouse, including from center fielder Michael Harris. Coming up on the other side is the Hyundai Postgame Show right here on the Braves Radio Network.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 48 months, or $1,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end April 30th. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Spring has sprung, Braves fans, and baseball is finally back. Make your lawn Truist Park quality this season with Pennington Grass Seed. As the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington knows how to help you grow a lush, healthy lawn. With over 80 years of history rooted right here in Braves country, Pennington has the perfect solution for you. Gear up for spring with Pennington and grow a lawn you can be proud of. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through April 30th, 2025. Offer entitled $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
We engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go.
Posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever.
Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay to stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo regular rate supply. Xfinity Internet required. Actual speeds vary.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... The official ticket marketplace of...
That ball was crushed.
And...
Did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games, or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Braves!
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Now back to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network.
Braves 6-3 winners in Game 1 over the Rockies at Coors Field in Denver. Michael Harris 1 for 4 on the afternoon, including a fifth-inning double that scored 2 and ultimately was the game-winning hit in the victory. Here is Michael Harris after the game.
Michael, can you take us through that 2 RBI double, just the emotion and just kind of what was going through your head?
Yeah, I was just trying to get a good pitch to hit, and like I said, anything close, I was trying to fight it off until I got what I wanted, and just trying to stay calm and I guess fight off the pitches I didn't want, and then wait till I got the one I got, and I guess there we go.
And something that also stood out in that game was the team speed. I mean, both stolen bases, but then also having those back-to-back infield singles.